Ozzy, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Welcome to Rivalry Week. I'm the president of NMSA Esports Vig, and we're so excited to have you guys here today. As you may have noticed, both of our Twitch chats are combined this time around with the Twitch Stream Together function. So we're going to have everybody here to join in on the fun.
That means anybody on each side, NMSU or UNM, can see both chats. So we need to set up a couple of guidelines to keep a safe environment for everyone.
No racist, sexist, homophobic, or any bigotry is allowed at all in this Twitch chat. We're going to be modding it very heavily this time around, so if we see any of that, you will be banned on the spot, no questions asked.
We're here for the rivalry, but that means no trash talk directed towards players at all times.
Finally, have fun, enjoy the stream, and go Stadium.
Go Lobos.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Rivalry Week. This is Day 4, Game 5. We're going to be playing Valorant tonight with our one and only Lobos against the one of many Aggies. So, welcome in, and so just to let you know where we're at, we have a couple games coming up for the rest of the week. After today, we'll have Rocket League tomorrow at 6, followed by Overwatch at 8. And then on Friday, we have Halo Infinite, and that's at 5, followed by the football game on Saturday. This Saturday, if you can get to the website in time, you can get a free ticket if you're a UNM student.
And then tickets are sold out.
Oh, not anymore? Oh, I've just been informed the tickets are sold out, so if you didn't get it, L. And then next, Mario Kart. We have that on Sunday at 7. With that, that's the schedule out of the way. Now, for last year, our Valorant match we won 2-0. There's not much change in the Cherry team as far as I'm aware, so it's probably going to be an interesting match. And what are you feeling about it?
I'm just excited for my debut in casting, for it to be a rivalry game. I hope the Lobos win, and I hope we crush New Mexico State again.
I mean, with the precedent we've set, it's probably going to be fairly easy to crush them again.
Yeah, they're not a great team, so I've heard.
Apparently. I mean, it's Rivalry Week, so we can only hope that we win. Now, if you are a UNM supporter, please go into the chat and say what you think the scores will be. I mean, 2-0, 1-2, 2-1, 0-2, all possible. Most likely going to be the first of the bunch.
Yeah, 2-0 is going to be the likely score for us.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we're still getting the game set up, so it's going to be a little bit longer on that. It looks like our first map is going to be Lotus, which, as far as I'm aware, is not a very community-loved map. I generally do like it, but for most agents, it's very hard to play this map, especially when you're playing on the... Okay. It's especially hard to defend this map, because you have 3 sites, and you're spread thin on a relatively large map. What are your opinions on Lotus?
I don't like Lotus for the exact opposite reason. I feel like it's hard to attack. You know, I'm a lower ranked player, and so the defending side people are generally okay at. The way that I've noticed that this map goes is that there's only one entryway to peak on most attacking sides, and so the issue with that comes with there's only one way for you to go unless you go through mid to A, mid to C, or even if you try to go mid to B. It's not easy to always get onto site because there are multiple ways that a defender can defend that map or that site, and there's only one way an attacker can really move in.
That is fair, but you got to consider that if somebody's pushing in fast, you got to get 3 of the players because you typically have 1 on B site and 2 on either A or C. So somebody's pushing in fast on C, you got to get somebody from A across the map as quick as possible. So preventing that, you're mostly playing retakes when you're in higher level Valorant. And that can be hard, especially when most times you don't get a chance to fight back. They just headshot you.
Yeah, in my opinion, I just think Lotus is a poorly designed map, but it's not my favorite. It's not great for my agent that I main. I main Gecko, so it's not the greatest for me, but I know these guys are way better than I am, and I hope to see a great match out of them.
Same here. And ultimately, Lotus is one of my favorite maps. Lotus and Abyss are my favorite maps, which is a very controversial opinion, and I think
Very.
Herod's up there as well. So I'm very excited to see how people who are a lot better than me play this game.
Me too. As a silver player, I hope that they put on a game that I've never seen before.
Fair enough. As a Plastic Bag 3 player, I think this is going to be something completely new for me.
Seriously, Corrode, Abyss, and
Yeah, I'm completely serious. They're very interesting maps and playing more towards my playstyle.
camping?
No. You
I don't know.
I play aggressive. I go on site fast, and then I wall off every entrance.
I'm a bind and ascent kind of guy. I was a Sova main for a long time, so those were
I can tell.
fun. Okay. Those are always fun maps for Sova, and then I switched over to Gecko and Sage. Then Sage got nerfed, and so I stopped playing Sage because my friends told me to stop playing her.
Fair enough. I play Deadlock, which is also a very controversial pick. Most people call her a bad Sentinel, but I think on every map she can do better than most Sentinels can. Even Vise.
I wouldn't say that she's that bad of a Sentinel. I don't know. She's better than Vice. I wouldn't say she's better than Cypher. Better than Sage.
I would say better than Cypher, because Cypher doesn't have a wall. He only has the stupid cages.
Yeah, but if you place the tripwires in a certain way, it's like...
But it says right here in our rulebook that Deadlock's better than Cypher, so...
Yeah, but if you also look at the rulebook, this is our rulebook.
You...
I disagree.
But you can't... But the rulebook says Deadlock is one of the best Sentinels, is the best Sentinel. If the rulebook says it right there. Can you read?
Deadlock is not the best...
No, you're just making that up. It just says... It says right here, Deadlock is the best Sentinel.
If you say so, I can't read.
Yeah, clearly. You just inserted a word because you didn't agree with what the rules said.
That is how rules work. You just insert rules.
Fair enough. Now, with Lotus, we got to consider that there's probably going to be a lot of flanking. There might be somebody who lurks. If we have a Reyna, they're going to lurk up. Maybe attackers spawn towards the backside to where they can do a pincer movement if they're going A or C. When it comes to B, there are 4 points of entry, which will be very hard to defend once you have the spike down versus when you're trying to attack in. You can go in through the B main, or you can go in through the door on the left, making a lot of noise from C, or you can break the door down from A. All 3 make a lot of noise. Getting towards the other 2 exit entrances, towards the back, towards Heaven, is going to be quite the challenge. So I don't imagine that will be used very much here, with the exception of trying to flank. But Lotus provides a lot of opportunity when it comes to playing competitive, and especially at higher levels. There's so many different ways that people come in, and it's, as I said, it's a very large map from left to right.
When you defend B, do you have 1 or 2 people on it? And if you're the one defending B, do you play top or low?
Okay, so typically when I'm playing Lotus and I'm trying to play B, which I don't, I typically play Deadlock on C and wall off the main.
Fair enough.
But if I'm on B, I typically try to have myself there and somebody on the stairs. I forgot what it's called. The stairs that go up into A long, and I have somebody
Yes.
there peeking out, and then they can quick rotate to B if there's a push. Although it's very hard to tell if it's a B push unless you have somebody actively watching A long and C long and hear footsteps.
You think this is going to be a very slow game?
I do not know entirely. I know that the UNM Cherry team tends to play fairly quick, but I do not know how NMSU is going to play. So it just depends on how the teams play, how the teams decide to play, and how the IGL decides to lead the team into each site.
I think it would be interesting to also see the team comps going into this, whether or not they play multiple duelists, whether or not they do multiple controllers. That's always going to be interesting.
On Lotus, the typical duelist is Yoru, and it's typically a 1 duelist map. And then if I remember correctly, the initiator typically is Gecko, and they might have a Sova. But when I watched professional play and scrims for this high-level matches, the team compositions were the same on both sides. Now there is a kind of out there team comp that has Raze and Yoru, but I've only seen it happen 2 times at higher levels, which might also just be because I don't generally watch higher level matches. But we could also just say that what I've seen is how it always is.
If you say so, that, like the way that you consult the rule book, I would just say that if you see it is going to be the way that it is.
That is fair. I mean, it takes one who knows how to read in order to be able to read the rule book.
Just because I can't read does not mean I don't know the rules.
No, that's actually kind of quite literally what that means.
I've never seen Raze on this map, I don't think. Even in my lower... Maybe because Raze is a harder character to play, but even in my lower rank games, I've not seen Raze used all that much.
So the thing is with Raze is that she's a very fast agent that can be used very well. But it's very hard to get her to do very much with her kit. But the game has just started, so it looks like we're about to transition to it. And we're seeing the picks. Right now, it looks like UNM is hovering on Viper,
Vice.
Viper, Fade, and Raze. While on the other team, oh, that's not UNM, that's NMSU. And then on the right, we have Vise, Omen, Waylay, and Fade, which is interesting.
I did not think I was going to see a Fade on both sides. I didn't think about that for initiators.
I didn't either. Something else to consider, though, Waylay. Waylay has not been a very popular agent in higher level play. She's very, very specific and hard to get to do what her kit suggests.
Yeah, I've not seen her used very well. Even in higher levels, it's a very hard character to play. And I also think another interesting part of this is that New Mexico State is using 2 controllers while UNM is... Oh, never mind. UNM is only using 1 controller.
Yeah. Well, we only have Fade locked in on NMSU, and then we have the entire team comp locked in for UNM, which is a 2 duelist team comp with Raze and Waylay, with a single Sentinel Vise, Smokes being Omen, and then Fade is their initiator. It looks like NMSU is still deciding. And then with this map, Omen is actually a very, very good pick. He can smoke off B site from C, again, B site from A. With that ability, you can control site fairly well. And it looks like NMSU was just locked in with the Raze, Fade, Viper, Vise, and Omen. As I said, these team comps are fairly similar with only 1 agent difference.
And maybe that agent will be the deciding factor of this game, because a lot of it's probably going to cancel out, but obviously be down to skill. You know, one team could be having a better day than the other, so I'm excited to see how this match is going to go.
Yes, I am as well. It looks like Raze is going to be holding down... No, it looks like they're doing push... Oh, yeah, Raze is going... Where does Raze go? The map is messing me up. Raze and Fade are going A, with Viper holding B, Omen lurking, and Vi setting up on C. We have... It looks like they're going to be doing a...
Split push.
No, it looks like they're doing a C push.
I'm saying splitting the... Probably going to make a noise coming into A and then push C, slow push.
I did not notice that a couple of them are going over to A. This looks like a... Yeah, they're doing a split push, and it looks like they're going to be making a lot of noise. That is exactly what's happening.
Am I correct in saying that UNM is on defending? Or are they attacking?
UNM is attacking to
yes,
start.
they are. All right.
With Vise holding up on River, and the Vise wall been tripped. Ooh, that...
There.
Oh, everybody on the right side of the Vise wall. That works out just right. Vise being hit by the...
Fade jumping in.
Dog, and they are going in and have sight. If you remember correctly, I did say that it's very hard to hold sight on this map. Hayden faking the plant. And first initiation, Viper is dead.
I don't like how all of them pushed. Okay, one of them stayed back.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're all pushing up. Are they going to go into B, the plant?
It looks like they're doing... Yep. They're opening up different things.
Oh, they're going to A.
Yeah, they might be rotating around. NMSU is having trouble keeping track of this. Although most of UNM's players are at lower health, while all of NMSU players are higher health.
Now, are you a left or right side player? Like on the
pants?
guns?
There.
Oh, I keep all my guns on the right side, because honestly, that was the default setting, and I didn't want to change it.
I don't know. I'm a left side kind of guy.
Ooh, watching
right,
Waylay watching drop. That's an interesting play, and that did not go very well. They're still up 2 players, and there goes a door, but Vise has been picked. It is now 2v3. Oh, and that is now 2v2, with 2 of them pushing up, and Fade coming backside.
Last player standing.
Oh, 2v1. It looks
Fade
like
looking to get this flank.
One enemy
And Raze on the defuse. Is it early enough? It looks like it is.
New Mexico State will take the first round.
clutch.
Oh,
With
just
0.04 seconds left on the defuse.
Never mind. New Mexico State or University of New Mexico takes the first round.
Oh, UNM barely winning this? But you know what? That's good going into the second round.
That means that they're able to full buy on this round
No, they're able to.
if they want to.
You cannot full buy on round 2.
Oh, I play a lot of.
Swift play, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Just a swift player over here. I see who I'm casting with. You don't
Okay,
know how
well
it
look,
goes.
they got a Fade's got a Vandal.
That is true. With the Vandal
Where
going
are
into
you?
this, they are probably on pistols, and that's about it. With the Bulldog going in, being hit by... That is a rough hit. With roughly the same thing happening again. It looks like they split push to make noise A to get people to rotate and are pushing hard on C. Vise wall up with Omen alone, hit with Thorns. Raze up and over, and yeah, this is a rough position to be in. Omen blind hitting the Waylay and Fade.
The Roomba was not executed the way he wanted it to be.
Spike down
Spike
C
down.
as Waylay is holding
Now
flank.
there is 2 on flank.
Yes, there is.
3
They
on
are-
flank.
Yeah, they are pushing very slow, but with the numbers advantage,
Oh.
picked off 1. It is now 5 against 3. All right, 4 against 2. Vise is slow walking with Omen Pay
enemy
on,
remaining.
and there goes Vise for another win for UNM.
You've seen too much.
Dominant showing here for the UNM Lobos in the beginning here.
Now on the eco, we could see some very interesting plays out here. Looks like Fade is full buying. And we're going to hit tab real quick just to see what everybody's loadout's going to be. And with the tab, we see that most of... Oh, interesting. NMSU is also trying to buy as much as they can, while UNM is trying to stay more on the eco side to
There.
save money for next round. This could be an interesting gamble for NMSU.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, especially whenever you're already down 2-0. I understand wanting to play aggressively because you
find
need
you.
those round wins, but at the same time, you know that you're not playing the best right now, so you need to keep some of that money for the next round. If they saved this round, they could have full bought next round.
Yeah, and especially on these bonus rounds, it's very hard to non-handle this the way it is. Okay, Vise versus Vise. Vise is blind and
Oh, wow, blinded. Vice takes out Vice.
all right. UNM down 1 as they hard push onto C, and they can probably get spiked down. They are. It looks like they are planting C for a hard push. Most of them coming down through waterfall and some through defender spawn. And Waylay gets Omen for a trade. It's now 3v2 in favor of NMSU.
Through the smoke, almost killed.
That is rough. For Viper holding,
Last
trying
player
Trying to
tap
standing.
pinch
on
the
spike.
2 of them.
And that's rough.
New Mexico State takes this round. So the gamble ended up working out.
Actually, no, it didn't. In fact, most of NMSU cannot full buy this round, and even the people who have money will not be able to buy that much or cover for what they lost.
Well, I
While
just don't know
UNM
anything then.
Yeah, UNM will be able to completely buy and make up what they just lost. While NMSU will only have 2 Vandals, be able to buy some shield, but the rest of them are kind of going to be stuck on Bulldogs. That gamble did not work out for them. The gamble that they just did on the bonus round only really works if you keep 4 of your guns. 3 is definitely pushing it, but even then.
Another split push coming from the Lobos right now, but
There.
most of them concentrated on C.
Yeah, it looks like they only have 1 going A, just to make things annoying.
They are favoriting C right now.
It's understandable. There's only 1 person who holds it, and they just tripped the wall and then are rotating off of that, it looks like. As I said, with the Omen, just being able to smoke off C main from the Omen picking off someone, being a little rat.
Cover going out.
As they smoke off A long, so that way they can get isolated fights, which is pretty nice. Viper wall rolling up, blocking off the site.
Hitting the brakes.
That's always got to be the most annoying thing is whenever you get hit through the smoke for a dumb headshot against you.
That is rough, especially when you are on rounds like
Spike
this, where you
planted.
are down.
Yes. Most of them are concentrating up heaven.
And we have most of UNM staying back. As Waylay is killed, but Raze gets the trade for Vise. Omen killing Raze, and Omen killing Vise as well.
Try again.
Fade
shot.
going, Fade
No
dip
time.
here with another Omen.
There, take them! One enemy
Right.
remaining.
And now it's 2v1 against Viper. Viper is very low. It's going to be a very rough fight. One shot will be the end of it. And
Last player
that
standing.
is
Oh.
rough.
What are we gonna see here?
And there's UNM having it. Now it is 3-1.
Oh, and he
Omen
barely
barely
doesn't
missing
get
the
out.
teleporter.
Oh man.
And it looks like that we might be seeing another C push.
If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
that's right.
NMSU failing to realize that UNM is strongly preferring C. Putting even the Viper on C would be immensely helpful for this team.
Snuff them out.
Well, I think the second that they realize once New Mexico State finally puts somebody on C, another person,
Drop the
then the
spike.
Lobos are just going to go to whatever site they think is only going to have one on them.
That is true, but it is a rough position to be in, especially for this specific spot.
Where are you?
With Omen smoking off Waterfall, and it looks like some of the teams rotating off of that to go and pick off on B. Omen picking off one, so now it's a 4v4.
Good trade.
Alright, being taken by the Fade Dog. It is now 4
One
in
enemy
favor of
remaining.
UNM with just Fade left. This is a very unfortunate position for this one Fade to be in.
Team
And
Ace.
4
Fade gets
for
taken out by
UNM.
the Stinger.
This is what I was saying when I was talking about the bonus round. NMSU was going to be having a lot of trouble on their eco, while UNM can full buy every round. And given that most of the UNM's team is surviving, I feel it's entirely likely that they are just stacked on credits and might be able to op next round if they wanted to. Although an op in this map is not good unless you're going A. A is the only place where it works, but with the Viper wall, it makes it kind of a gamble. The one-way being placed down. They did put 2 on C.
There.
I wonder if that's going to cause them to rotate quickly.
Raze is pushing down through B to try and go through attacker spawn.
Omen on Waterfall.
This is an interesting play with Raze trying to hold an off angle. And Fade... Ooh, will Fade see this? Oh, Fade did not see the gun. And Omen holding another odd off angle. This is very interesting.
Shadows.
They're trying to hold a flank, or trying to see if anybody's going to flank, but it doesn't look like...
They might be playing for picks. Site is clear with a Fade ult. And, oh, 2 UNM down. Traded for 1.
Last player standing.
And
Oh, wow.
NMSU has won the second round that they have. I did not know where I was going with that when I said that.
Let's go.
You know, whenever you're talking on the fly, you're bound to make mistakes, and if people don't understand that, then...
Interesting. Now, as we see it, we're seeing 3 stack on B and 2 on C. This is a very interesting gamble for NMSU. Well, Viper's moving to A on their own. As you predicted, they were gonna.
Where
the second
are
2
they?
started seeing on C with Raze marking to wait for the Vise wall, and we
Bring
have
them
4
down.
pushing C. They just really like C.
We're going to
Oh.
probably see a flank play here.
Raze shooting it and getting
2.
2
Spike
off
down.
of that.
C.
That is rough for UNM.
Bring them down.
All right. Now it looks like they're trying to rotate off of it. With Omen lurking near door, and not even looking the way that UNM is pushing down. And Viper seems to be
Bring
pushing
them
the other
down.
way.
They check the box,
And they got it.
Omen is demolished.
Yeah, as Fade quickly tries to rotate over to B.
Blinding press.
3-3 so far in this round.
Retrieving flash. Rip
And
and tear.
pushing
Ruins
into
our
C
lives.
while everybody has rotated over. Vise pushing quick with the Vise wall right there, ready to go.
They quickly push into Waterfall.
Yep. That is rough. Fade losing
Last
most of their
player
HP and
standing.
being
Oh, wow.
wallbanged with only Raze left for UNM. That is a wild angle to be able to
Hell
hold
of a
and
round
hit.
for Vice.
Yeah, that is an amazing round for NMSU.
That's a momentum swing right there.
Not yet.
I say if they win this round, it's going to look a little bit
It's
more
gonna be,
cautious for UNM.
It's going to be very rough for UNM. They're probably going to have to change tactics here. Because if UNM keeps pushing on C while NMSU keeps reading it, then this match is not going to go their way. They need to start doing something different now, or else it's going to become an issue, especially for their econ.
And it looks like the 4 of them on C again.
Yeah, this is an interesting gamble to take, but then again, there is no Raze ult, which is what they lost. Raze opping down C.
Bring them down.
That is rough. If they can get that op, though, it will... Oh, op has been dropped with 3, and there is... Oh. And Waylay being used in an interesting matter. Viper ult going off, with Decay going.
Viper on top in a corner.
Yeah. Viper's stuck in the thing. They can tap, or they can shoot that angle.
And they
Nice,
knew where
Viper's
they...
down. All right.
Now, did Omen dodge that Fade ult? It does not look like it.
1 by 1.
And there goes Waylay, pushing Omen off into the side to
One
avoid,
enemy
and
remaining.
Omen down.
3.
Fade coming in through their
Flank.
own spawn, flank, and nobody's seen it,
Last
and
player
there we go.
standing.
Now
Got a
Waylay-
one-on-one.
Spike down. C.
And Waylay
Waylay
wins
takes
for
it.
4 kills in that one round. It's 5-3. UNM seems to be doing just fine.
Getting
Love
tired
it
is
whenever
optional.
a duelist is
Keep
doing
the energy
duelist
up.
things.
Yeah, in my lobbies that doesn't normally happen.
No, it doesn't. I feel like in my lobbies, it's always the Sentinels going forward. I don't know why, because the duelists, they pick duelists and they don't play it like a duelist.
Yeah, me when the jet dashes off of the map on Abyss.
Yep.
All right, it looks like UNM might be changing their strategy. It looks like they're pushing A with one person going to be ratting a little bit. Oh, 3 ratting to C while 2 push A.
Spike is on A.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to be a fast push down. Omen in a very interesting spot behind that. And that's a blind hit. Ooh, this is interesting. What is MSU thinking of this? That is a rough spot for Omen, and
Spike
Spike
down.
is down.
Spike down A.
That is rough for the Lobos. They need to get back over to A as soon as possible before they all rotate over and control that spike. And it already looks like they have positioning on it.
They very much do. It's going to be very hard to take the spike, especially with the Omen smoking it off. Especially without their Omen, who can easily go and take that and ult it.
This might be it already for this round for the Lobos.
Not yet. Don't count them out. I played with these. They are extremely good. Oh, nice.
Whoa,
That
what
is
a-
2.
Last player standing.
Oh, that was a very nice showing, but it just didn't work out.
Great play. Was that the Raze with the Stinger?
Waylay.
Waylay with the Stinger. Okay. I don't hit those jumping headshots ever in my lobbies, I tell you what.
Well, when I run and gun, it works just fine, so I think it's a skill issue.
Okay, well.
Now, moving on, and UNM going to the trusty old C push.
This game is a lot closer than I was expecting.
It's only close now. When we go on to the defense, this is going to be a
Bring
very
them down.
interesting thing with 2 duelists. You give up a
I have
lot
the
doing
spike.
that. You may have a Sentinel and a
I'll find you.
smokes, but it's not the same as if you had, like, well, they don't have a Sentinel. No, they do. It's Vice. I'm just being blind. And for Waylay to fast push on and pull back out. Find the trusty Stinger, opening door, pushing through to B. And everybody being hit by the Fatal. Omen watching flank. Although nobody's pushing that way.
There really hasn't been all that much flank other than the one round whenever
on.
the 1-on-1 happened at Waterfall and flank, but that's the only flanking that we've seen, which is kind of weird to me.
Well, once you get into these lobbies, flanking becomes extremely hard because you have to take sight, and once you do that, people are rotating. It's just hard to get through flanks unless you're ratting. And UNM looks to be building up to go into B, and getting a gun here would be massive, and there goes
Fade with
3 of
3K.
5. Raise
30
going
seconds
and
left. Last player
Fade missing the
standing.
shots with Waylay's
Spike
the only
down.
one
Attacker
left.
spawn.
Waylay with the 1-on-5 here.
Yeah,
Riding with the Stinger.
and it's working out so far. Picking up
So
the
the
gun
Vandal. Oh,
and
I
missing the
cannot get
shots.
it.
Fairly close, but not able to pull it off.
You said this is a very attacking leaning, or defending leaning map, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. So at this level, it's the UNM winning the first 5 rounds shows that UNM has the skill and know-how. They just need to keep it going.
But like you said, having 2 duelists.
It's rough.
Yeah. They probably picked that on purpose because of how defending forward this map is. They wanted to win those rounds on attacking as much as they could with the 2 duelists and then just hope that their defense is good enough.
Yeah, 10 rounds into the match, we're going to look at the econ. Oh, press tab. And there we go. In the econ, it looks like NMSU is doing a lot better, but UNM is pulling it up on the econ. With UNM almost completely full buy, but it's not the same. Vi's using her ult, and it is so far working in their favor. Omen picked off. It is now 5v2. The Raze might be able to pull it off here with the Vi's ult. And Omen blind going off, and nobody's there. Pushing that op is going to be rough. Oh, getting shot in the back.
So far it's working though.
Yeah. picking off
2v2
slowly.
now.
Yeah, 2v2, but it looks like they're running away to avoid Spike. They're going to C. At this point, it's not, for MSU, it's not worth potentially losing that op. It is expensive, and if UNM picks it up, it could be a horrible thing down A.
Especially with how bad their econ is already.
Yeah.
Picking up an op for free.
Cover going out.
UNM looking like they're still going to... No, they're decided on
Last
it.
round before the switch.
Pulling up into the last round for a switch, as the game says, and looks like most of the team is probably going to full buy here. There's nothing else you can do with your credits before it's reset. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this is played out. And UNM pushing into C again. There is only one person on A, and that is their Fade, with the four people on A, with Viper and Fade. If they push down
Fade
B,
and
they
Omen.
win.
Where are you?
You have 3 people on C.
Yeah, 3 people on C, 2 on A. They can push down B. It's a free
Omen's
site.
rotating to B.
Ooh, interesting.
Bring them down.
With them trying to do it, and they know.
No charge.
Fade ult being used
Fade ult
on.
into A.
Mark 2.
All right.
Oh, we finally see a flank coming from Raze.
Yes, we do, but Raze is backing
Raze
up,
is backing
running the other
off.
way. Waylay holds the angle, getting Viper.
Shot.
Ready.
Vi's ult misses everybody, and Fade with an Odin. Omen missing the shots, and Vi's picking off too.
Spike down
He had a Vandal. I don't know why he was going with the classic there.
Vi's ult. The other Vi's ult.
Right, Visol. Takes away your primary.
Yes, it does. Haunt was destroyed immediately. Vi's holding an angle. That's where Spike is, so they need to get there fast.
One enemy remaining.
And that's a win, 7 and 5.
7 to 5.
Going into defense for UNM and attacking for NMSU. It's going to be interesting to see how
Switching
NMSU plays
sides.
this without the second duelist.
Now, do we know what the second map is, or is that going to come?
We probably will figure that out in a little bit, just not yet.
Okay.
All right. With NMSU pushing hard on A is what it looks like. 3 going A, 2 going C to create noise. Raze holding C with Vi's looking to go there. Omen holding door from B. And Waylay
There.
and Fade on A as well, both holding long.
Now, is Waylay going over to A as well? Or are they going to...
This is-
Yeah, going...
Raze is going
Oh,
A,
Raze.
while 4 out of 5 have now decided to go C. It is interesting to see how many times they push C on this map.
We'll catch them.
As
The
I said,
setups are reversed here. We have 4 defending A, while 4 of them are going to C.
yeah, they pulled everybody out, and now all of them are pushing, and Viper's slow pushing on into B main.
Swords activated.
This is going to be rough for Viper being there, holding that angle. As everybody rotates over to B through Waterfall.
Spike planted.
See Waterfall. First engagement fades low, and NMSU is doing really well.
Satchel up.
Get out. All right,
Through
it
the
is
smoke.
2-on-2. One coming through waterfall.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Is he gonna get the stick off? No, he's not. Oh,
that is.
everybody's
they have
dead.
it. They have it. That is a win for UNM.
Shame. I love explosions.
It's looking like the two duelist setup on is working out well for
Okay,
them.
I only have like
It is. You can get across the map so
grenades
fast and take angles that you don't expect. Especially as you saw around site where Raze used her, I don't remember what it's called, her little wall bomb. Satchel. She used her
Yes.
satchel to push herself far out into the right. And Viper putting her wall down A. Doing the same
And rotating over to C. Weirdly
Oh.
enough, again, they have
Give me
4
a
stacking on
challenge,
A for defending.
trick. Yeah. And they have N4s going down B. It looks like UNM is playing mostly a retake situation here,
Where are you?
which is very interesting for this team comp. Raze getting onto site fast while everybody else is pushing on behind. All right, there goes the opposing team's Raze. That hurts, and it's now just
Spike
Vice
down
and
B.
Phase.
One
Fade down.
enemy
Fade being the only one left.
Viper picking off 2 through door, which is rough as Raze and Fade go and pull it off. That is 9-5. And this should be working 9 to 5 trying to win this, but it's not seeming to work out right now.
If only my teammates double swing like that.
Well, they're probably counting down 3, 2, 1. I mean,
At least their coach is doing that.
possibly. All right, moving in, and we have another 4 stacked on A with 1 going C, and it's a split push from NMSU here.
Again, if it ain't broke.
Don't fix it.
They've won every round of defending so far, so I don't see why the need for change is going to happen.
The retakes are working out very well for UNM here, so maybe it keeps working out this way.
Take
On
hold.
this bonus round, it feels like UNM is buying a bit
Where
more
are
heavily
you?
here. With the Bulldog being bought and full shield, that's an interesting thing for the bonus round.
Bring them
For
down.
NMSU, your biggest thing is to try not to get tilted. You get tilted here, you throw the game. As the
Ball by
people
down.
on A
They're
being
blind with fear.
played, what's benefits them
Nice, nice.
as everybody is hard pushing onto A. It is a very
One enemy remaining.
We have a 2-on-1, and defenders win again.
Yeah, UNM wins, 2 staying alive. They might be able to pick up any of those good guns, but doesn't look like it. Looking from a new angle, Vi's gonna set up on C with Fade, looking down A long as per usual. It looks like NMSU is trying to decide where to go, but it is rough in this position. UNM is able to full buy. Every single one of them is able to full buy this round, while NMSU is going to be struggling on their econ, especially since some of them bought Vandals last round.
Tough position to be in if you're the Aggies. There's not much you can even do here.
I'll find
The
you.
Lobos are looking dominant here.
Definitely are.
Unless you're just going to
Bring them
slow
down.
push and stay in your sight for as long as you can, but even then,
Yeah.
you're going to have to plan eventually.
Yeah,
You
and
can't just sit there.
Viper holding a stinger, and there was a Sheriff being used by NMSU. Vi slow pushing on to B, while Omen holds that corner, and UNM's Vise is still holding on A. I need to start specifying which team, because these team comps are only 1 agent different.
4 of them still sitting in the A spawn.
Yeah, that's rough. They're holding time here. It looks like they're trying to make UNM second guess what's going on. And it seems to be working as 2 are on B and 1 is on C. Omen
They
flying
finally
goes
push
off.
out all 4 of them at one time.
Yeah, with the trade.
And it
going
doesn't
off.
even matter because
down
Raze
A.
takes them all out.
One
And there's-
enemy remaining.
Oh, just Vise. If Raze gets this, we might see an ace.
There.
And Fade marking where the Vise is, and Raze going, and an ace.
we get
for
an ace
UNM.
out of it.
Holy.
Going into the final 2 rounds, we have an ace coming out of it. That is horrible for the New Mexico State Aggies.
Yeah, for NMSU, this is a horrible position to be in. All of UNM now holds over 3,000 credits. You can kill them, but there's nothing you can do to remove that momentum that currently exists right now, unless you win the next 3 rounds in a row. It is very hard to pull back from this position.
And I know that Raze is feeling confident right now after getting an ace.
Yeah.
They are mine.
They are.
Take hold.
All right, moving on. Same Vice setup, but as everybody pushes C, leaving Spike. Viper going to rotate back, and ooh,
what a
Vice
shot
down.
coming from that Raze. Unfortunate. They're starting to push onto site. Nobody going through Waterfall, it seems. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
UNM pushing in through, Raze going through Waterfall as everybody's picked up Spike, and there goes some Thorns. Omen blinding while Fade goes and holds on, and Raze ult going in, hitting the other Raze. Ooh, it's 4v2 for NMSU. They could win this. It's going to be rough. Oh, one down. Fade getting
Two down.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
rough. It is a 1v2. Omen definitely can pull this off. Omen unknown for everybody, being a little sneaky.
Face your
Vice,
fear!
oh, Fade ult really sucks here. Getting hit by that.
Spike
As
planted.
Spike gets planted right now. And they know where you are.
And the
That
double
is-
and the double.
That is rough, but UNM can still full buy this round. NMSU is going to be in a really rough
Their
position.
teeth will chatter in the
As
cold
everybody
and
immediately full buys.
Good recovery though coming off of that ace.
As we tab to see what people's econ are going to be. And as we're looking at NMSU, looks like most of them are trying to full buy. Omen's getting stuck with, Omen requesting getting full loadout, while UNM still doing just fine for themselves. Vi's at 46,000 and 46,000, so many credits. With top frag being Fade, which is very interesting here.
Yeah, even with that ace, we still have the Raze at 12 and 12,
Where are
which means that the Raze is doing what the Raze should be doing. Going on a site and dying.
All right, Viper holding A, distracting Raze and Waylay as the rest of the team pushes on to C. Vi's holding Waterfall as Omen pulls behind, and Fade's holding B as they slow push. You hear the door opening, so
Potential push onto B.
does not look like they're doing so. Viper's still holding A, making noise, annoying Waylay and Raze. Spike is on C. First shots go off. Prowler gets shot.
My blind is dead.
Blind gone, and rotating off. Yeah, Spike is rotating off. They're going somewhere else. Looks like Viper's been holding long enough that Viper seems confident that there's nobody there. Ooh, Waylay missing all of her shots.
Yeah, you can see that little jitter from the mouse there. They're a little bit frustrated about that one. Good Raze nade.
Yeah. As it is now 5 and 4 for NMSU. Seems like they got a little cocky
30
here with what they
seconds
think they could do. Omen.
Take them!
Fade
Bring
ult.
them down.
Yeah,
Marked one.
Fade
Only
ult.
marked one though.
They're blind
Yeah.
with fear.
And it looks like they're rotating onto B.
Yeah. This is a rough position. Omen opening that door could tell everybody. There's only 13
Spike
seconds left.
planted.
It is a replay. Retake
Not ready
here.
yet. Retrieving flash.
All right. Ooh, Raze ult can be rough. And
Ah.
there goes one more. You can't really afford trades at this point.
Last player standing.
And
We got a 2v1 Omen versus Vice and Omen.
I know Omen. Omen can definitely get it. And aiming a little too far to the right. 7 and 11. You know, they have some good slushies. I'm going to be so real with you.
All right, JD from Heathers. Sorry, there's my theater kid coming out.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, I know you told me you're a theater kid, but I didn't think you were that much of a theater kid.
Hey, you know, a musical here and there ain't too bad.
To each their own. Although K-pop Demon Hunters was really good.
K-pop Demon Hunters was really good. Who's your favorite of the three?
I like, I don't know names very well, but the one who had
Time
the
to
demon
work.
patterns. I think her
Yes.
story was the best. But then again, it did seem like she was the main character. All right, moving in to the next round, round 18.
I'll find you.
As Fade is playing a lot more aggressively as UNM's buying mostly Sheriffs. And it's a split push with 3 going down C. 5's with the Vandal and walking it back.
Wall tripped.
All right,
3 on C, 2 on A. Who
Same-
has Spike though?
same
Spike's at A.
Bring
Spike is
them
A.
down.
All right, they just need to pick off 2 and they win this. Oh,
Spike down A.
Spike's down, and that sucks for Vice. Losing that gun is rough. Oh, and
Spike's
Omen
there.
tried to ult to get the bomb,
That
but
is
they
a
lost it.
huge mistake there.
Yeah, that wasn't a mistake. That is what Raze just did. They blocked them from using the ult to grab it. Don't go that way. Trigger the wall, and you're good.
One going, flank, 2 of them coming through main.
All right, watching main is what you need to do here, because that is going to be the quickest way to get Spike.
Yeah, but none of them are watching Spike. They could easily grab them and rotate off to B or C.
Yeah,
30 seconds
which
left.
is rough. It looks like they might be doing that, trying to grab Spike and then rotate off.
They do only have 23 seconds to do
All
it.
right,
though.
2 and 2. They do not. They might not have enough time to rotate off.
They're gonna try to
Alright.
keep it on A.
Yeah. With only
One
30
should just
seconds
wait for
left,
time
Spike's
here.
down.
Last
Buys,
player
and
standing.
there
Double
is
swing.
UNM a win with Fade getting 3 kills.
Match point.
Their spirit is cracked.
All right, moving on.
Now,
UNM
get
must
to
be
it.
confident here. They could probably all full buy. NMSU is panicking.
Yeah, if you go down one in this series and reputation proceeds, UNM has won these matches a lot. And if you're the New Mexico State Aggies, you know that if you go down 1-0, it is going to be hard to make that 2-1 comeback.
Yeah, and so far this week, if I remember correctly, we are 3 and 1. NMSU has only won 1 game. So,
What game was it?
I think it was Splatoon.
Nobody plays that game, so that's why they won it.
That is true. But every game that is mainstream competitive, UNM has won. It was 2-0 for League.
2-0 for CS.
Yeah, and then for Smash Bros, UNM won with 6 stocks remaining. It was rough for NMSU. Getting into it this game means if UNM wins, that means only 1 more game is needed to win before UNM just wins the rivalry week.
And they show why they're the better college in New Mexico, if they
Why
haven't already.
we are, not they.
No, why we are.
We
yes.
are. We're UNM.
Everybody's Lobo.
Yeah. And this could be it with 4 UNM
One
unless
enemy
Vise
remaining.
pulls off a miracle play. And this is it.
And that is...
Oh, Ray's missing the
Ray's-
shots.
No, Ray's is trying to get a knife play off, it seems.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. And a
They're
nice play
gonna
to win
get
the
it.
game. Oh,
That
that's
is a
wild.
massive amount of disrespect coming from the Lobos.
Yes, it is. But that is 1-0 going into game 2. For an amazing game to watch. It was very exciting and was rough for NMSU. UNM took it with a very little resistance. When it came to overall gameplay, UNM going into the second half was ahead by 2, but pulled it into 12-5 by not 12-5, 12-7, and that was it.
I'm just proud of this UNM team. They were dominant in the attacking phase, even though this is a very defense-oriented map. And I hope that they can carry this momentum into the second game, which is looking like it's going to be on Sunset.
Sunset's an interesting map to defend. Because of the nature of how the sites are set up, you have a lot of curves, and that makes it very hard for most agents who do their defense. You got to think that Deadlock and all of them, they will do purely like square and rectangle things. Cypher's the only one who will do kind of circle when it comes to Sentinel, so watching your flank is going to be fairly hard here.
I would be shocked if we didn't see a Cypher on both sides of this team.
Yes, on Sunset, I imagine that there's probably going to be a Reyna, probably going to be a Cypher, and I don't really know the rest of the team comps for this map, which I should have done some research into it. But you know what? Who does research? Who studies? Most people. I should do that.
We are in college.
Yeah, but why would I do that?
We're in college.
I don't know.
Didn't you say you're a law student?
I'm not a law student
Oh.
yet.
So it's your entire job, potentially, to study the ins and outs of those things.
Yeah, and I actually do study the ins and outs of those things. I just don't study my math. I'm doing ODEs. It's high-level math. Why would I study that?
I am not doing high level. I'm in foundational. It's awful.
You're in foundational. Isn't that just middle school?
No comment.
No comment. You know, we got a budding politician over here.
You know, it's bad whenever your girlfriend does it for you. I'm joking.
That's even worse. What is 2 + 2? 5.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't need to worry about the math of this because we already know that the Lobos aren't going to make it. They are going to make it easy for me and just 13-0 these people.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, well, you know, I'm confident in my team.
You know, I'm confident in the team, but I think saying 13-0 is rough. On a very defense-oriented map, NMSU was still able to win at least 1. Now, when it comes into Sunset, I'm very much hoping to see some very big plays. We saw a lot of the same on Lotus, which is kind of disappointing. it gets kind of repetitive, and it did kind of get repetitive. So I'm hoping that we see different plays that respond to it and more fluidity in the game.
I wouldn't be shocked if we saw another 2 duelist setup again on a very defense-oriented map. It worked on the first one. I wouldn't be shocked if they did it again on the second one, just because of winning 13-7 on a very defense map.
Yes, and although I know we haven't streamed any Valorant games yet, I do know that of the team, 2 of them mostly play Duelist. One of them plays Sentinel, one of them plays Initiator and Smokes, and one of them plays Flex. So we're most likely going to see 2 Duelists from this team. And we might see a more typical team comp from NMSU as we saw last game.
I think the controller's probably going to be Viper,
Viper on Sunset isn't necessarily the best.
or probably Omen.
I think there's going to be an Omen, and there might be a double controller on NMSU's team, which we might see another Viper. But there's also other controllers, like Clove. Clove is really good on Sunset.
Clove is very good on Sunset, and with the amount of times that the Aggies are dying, it might be nice to have an extra life.
Yeah, but then it also gives the potential for 6 kills to one person.
That is true. Maybe that Raze will come back and try to get a 6-kill ace this time.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to see. Now, what else is going on with this one? So UNM will be starting on the attack this time, instead of the defense, as we saw last time. And NMSU will be on the defense. This seems like we're doing the same thing. I might just be talking straight out of nowhere. I think I am. Ignore me.
I won't, because it's literally my job to hear you.
Yeah, and also my voice goes directly into your headset, so what are you going to do? I can talk all I want, and you can't ignore me.
Is there a mute button on this?
No, there's not.
Oh,
well, there
well.
is, but I'm not telling you where it is. One of our production staff is like, "Oh, here's the mute button." Just, I can mute you from right here. I'm not going to show
Do
you
you know
how.
which one of these buttons does that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, shit.
I've taken TV production. I know how these work.
Why'd you take TV production for a law major?
I didn't take it in university. I just know how it works.
Ah, theater kid. Okay.
No, I wasn't a theater
Nah,
kid.
you
That
guys
is
heard
you.
it here first. He is a theater kid.
The coming from the theater kid is wild.
I'm proud of it.
I know. I can tell. You've been bragging about it this entire
Hey, you
stream.
know what? I'm not a theater major, so that's not as bad.
What are you again?
Nursing major.
Prime theater kid who couldn't get into the major leagues.
What do you mean I couldn't get into the major leagues? You're the one who talking about going to Texas A&M Law School, and then you came here.
No, I wasn't talking about going to Texas A&M Law School. I was saying that I looked at it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And also, Texas A&M Law School is not all that bad.
Yeah, but they're the true Aggies. We both
Yeah,
know
we
that.
know they're the true Aggies. I said that.
And I'm taking
There's
your
like,
line.
you know, most theater kids are just thieves. They just read off of a paper, pretend like it's their own work.
You're saying that as you want to be somebody who just reads the law and practices it.
Yeah, but I also can bring my own interpretations.
Speaking of interpretations.
Yeah, where you didn't read the book, the rule book.
Okay.
You just added a word. But then again, we've already established you can't read.
All right,
so
we're going to
good.
go to a quick advertisement real quick.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. Apparently a minute, literally. That's wild.
Hey gamers, it's time to touch grass. Come join us here at University Stadium for the UNM NMSU football game happening September 27th, Saturday at 2 p.m. We will meet at Gate 8 at 1 p.m. as for a group picture. So get your tickets at golobos.com for your free student ticket. Hope to see you all there. Go Lobos!
All
Back
we're
from the break. Now, going into it, looks like we're still waiting for the teams to go. But how did you like the first game?
It was a weird one to cast. There wasn't any huge moments other than the ace that we had, and I mean, it was like a warm-up game. It felt like I was getting myself into casting. It was fun to do, and you know, I loved being corrected.
You know, look, you can't be wrong when it comes to casting. Now, what are you hoping to see in the next game?
I'm hoping to see a lot of the same thing coming from the Lobos. You know, as much as I would like for it to be an entertaining game, I will always take a Lobo victory. And if they can win again by being a aggressive attacking team while being a cautious defending team and playing retakes very well, I will be very excited with that.
That is completely fair. Now, I'm hoping to see just more variety in the plays. For the last, I think it went to 13-7 for 20 rounds. We saw a lot of the same. And for something to watch, not as entertaining, but also it makes for a very bland experience. It makes it easy to lose your train of thought, makes it least easy to just let go of the game. So ultimately, I'm hoping to see more variety.
I hope to see more variety too. I want to get some excitement in here. I hope some of the viewers do as well. But you, again, can't be mad with a Lobo victory.
True. Now, I don't know if we're doing a shared chat today, but in chat, say how you're feeling and predict how this next game's going to go. Are we going to see 13-0, 13-2, 13-7 again? We'll keep track and tell you if you got it right. No, we won't. I'm lying to you.
Yeah, we can't see chat.
I mean, I could pull it up if I wanted to.
Oh, well.
But my phone's almost dead, so we're just not going to pull it up. My production staff will keep track and make sure if you got it right. Which they probably won't, because I don't think they're paying attention to me right now. They're just letting me yap. Yeah, they just confirmed that.
You know what game must be really hard to commentate?
What?
CS. Because there's nothing about CS that's exciting. All
Yeah,
it is
CS
just, it's Valorant without abilities.
Yeah, it's Valorant without abilities. It's just a ripoff. You know, we all know Valorant's the OG.
CS might have came out first, but we all know that Valorant did it better. Just like how Terraria came out first.
And did it worse.
And Minecraft did it better.
Minecraft did it better. But then again, what is 20 years on Valorant? Valorant's the true OG.
It didn't take Valorant to make a second game for it to be relevant again.
That is true. Valorant didn't need to make a second game for it to be relevant again. Riot has not needed to make a second version of their game for it to be relevant since they started. Just compared to Overwatch and CSGO. We now have Overwatch 2 and CS2, both of which are watered-down versions of the first game that they were, and aren't very good and were unpolished products.
I 100% agree with this. It's a lot like the sports games where they just released something that was basically the same thing as the last game. And you know what? Concord was better than both of those.
True. And just like COD and Halo, where they just keep releasing the same game over and over and over again.
Halo's a rough one to say because that's the uncomfortable truth for us Xbox players. It's one of the production guys is like giving us death stares
so
right now.
We have the Halo coordinator and one of our CSGO players here, and both of them are giving us death stares as we trash talk their game, and it is very funny. And also, the one who does Halo coordination is also our cams person, so I might just run over there and steal the keyboard from him so he doesn't sabotage our game. Also, what do you even do in Halo? I've never actually
It's like if you ever played Infinity War from Call of Duty.
No, I haven't.
It's like a futuristic Call of Duty. That's all it is.
Is it like that one Roblox game?
Oh, Phantom Forces?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's more like Arsenal, you know.
Oh, I see. It's just a watered down Arsenal then.
The production guy is very mad at us right now. And CSGO, I would rather play Phantom Forces than that.
I know, like let's be real. I'd rather take the risks that come with being on Roblox, and trust me, we all know after what happened recently.
Free schlep.
Yeah, free schlep. But ultimately, I'd rather take those chances than play a watered-down version of another Roblox game. We know Halo Infinite's just that. Just like CSGO.
You look like a grow a garden type of guy.
You know, I've tried it. It just takes so much time.
Time that only a 12-year-old would have?
Yeah, time that only a 12-year-old would have. Unfortunately, I have a job and take classes full-time. I don't have time for that.
And that's why you're not a CSGO player.
Yeah, CSGO players are no lives.
Yeah. And we're saying that while we're commentating Valorant, so you know that means something.
Yeah. You know, it means everything. We wouldn't lie about the what's it called? The rival game to Valorant.
And I'm totally not a collegiate Rocket League player, which totally means that I totally have a life.
Let's be completely real. Rocket League is the original soccer.
I'm not with my co-caster on this one. You know what's funny? I used to play 4x4 soccer on like the unlocked games on like Google 66 whenever you would be in school, and then I found out what Rocket League was after that, and it became the game that I mained for a long time. So
my main game was Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition for the longest time, and I spent.
Did you have like the flight control thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I played dogfights against other people.
So you played the watered-down version of Forza. Cool.
Oh, I also did play Forza, but also Microsoft Flight Simulator is plane. Forza is with cars.
Yeah.
The watered-down version of Forza is Gran Turismo.
No, Need for Speed.
No, Need for Speed is the watered-down version of what a racing game spirit should be. Need for Speed is a LaCroix of flavored drinks. It has a hint of racing game in it, but that's it.
What is going on with the lobby right now? Why are we not in the game yet? We're
They're
sitting
just
here
being-
rambling about
I
other
know.
video games.
Well, actually, NMSU's observer seems to have left the party, so I think we have to wait for them to fix their issues. Which I guess L Production NMSU,
just
like
another
just
L
get
for
better.
them.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Look,
win 3-0, and
yeah.
the other win's gonna be on our production
well,
team,
it's only
except for the
best of
Halo
three.
guy.
It's best of 3, so we couldn't possibly win 3-0 unless
No,
they
we're
extend it
gonna
to
win
best of 5.
3-0 because our production team is better.
Oh, I see.
That's the extra
We just-
win.
Oh, okay, I see. That's just gonna add another win to our thing. So we'll just win rivalry week tonight.
Did the Halo team already play?
No, Halo is on Friday
Friday.
because I think.
Why are we saving the worst for last?
I'm not exactly sure why we're doing that, but things happen to happen. So yeah, well, what's actually last is Mario Kart, but on Friday night we have Halo. On Thursday we have Rocket League and Overwatch 2. Instead of Overwatch 2, I'm just gonna call it Valorant without the buying guns mechanic. And then
CS is Valorant without abilities.
yeah, CS is just Valorant without abilities.
Yes.
Yeah, and CS is also Valorant with worse maps.
Yes. Dune is about the only good map on there.
Look, CS hasn't been relevant in a long enough time that I don't even know the maps on CS.
That is completely fair. Do you have any input on the football game this Saturday?
Ooh, after the win versus UCLA, I'm really hoping that UNM keeps up this football game because if you looked at the power rankings, we were ranked 117 out of 125 as UNM. We still better than the Aggies.
They were
NMSU
120th. I think it was.
We were still better than NMSU going into it, but we beat UCLA, which I think they were ranked in the top 25.
No, they are not.
Not
Not
anymore.
anywhere near.
Where were they actually ranked?
They have not been ranked in years. Because
they ranked all the one I'm talking about ranked every single team.
they had a new transfer quarterback named Nico. Nico shit the bed and was really bad. And so now the UCLA Bruins are 0-3. But what's crazy is the Idaho State team that we beat just won their game last week 90-0.
Oh, interesting. 90?
Yes. So
What?
right now we are 2-1 going into the New Mexico State game. They are also 2-1 going into this game.
We're about to make it 3-1.
Yes.
They're
And
about
that Michigan game was pretty close for how low ranked we
UNM.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, UNM supposedly is. I genuinely think people just don't like UNM and are trying to make us look worse. Like, let's be real. There's only one university in New Mexico. Oh, it looks like we're in the match. All right, moving in.
To be fair, I had never heard of UNM till I got that scholarship.
Look, we don't have to talk about that because it's the same for me.
Okay, well. All right, as we look at the team comps going into this, New Mexico has Vice, Yoru, Omen, Waylay, and Fade hovered right now. And New Mexico State has Omen, Vice, Fade, Phoenix, and Neon going into this.
They are both doing double duelists, which is very interesting. We're also seeing Omen on both, Vise on both. Oh, Fade has been swapped for Sova. Sova is generally better than Fade on this map. Oh, Yoru being locked with
The double
Neon.
duelist has been locked.
Yep, Fade being locked as well, and Fade being locked for UNM. So now we are at the same thing where we only have a team that is one agent different. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it? They switched from Phoenix to Yoru. Yeah, so it's a
I agree
Neon
with that
versus
decision.
Waylay. Yeah, Phoenix is not the best. But yeah, it looks like the only difference is going to be the Neon versus Waylay, unless this Sentinel is changed last second.
They might have wanted that Phoenix because they need that extra life that his ult provides. They really need that.
Yes, but you also the problem with those agents that give you extra lives is that they also give the opposing team extra econ when you use them. Because
Well,
even
is Phoenix's an extra kill or is it?
it's an extra kill.
It doesn't show up on the kills though. Like
it
it
does.
shows up on the.
Yeah,
the
it shows
feed.
up, yeah, you get a kill for it.
I did not know this.
Yeah, for Phoenix and Clove, when you kill them in their
Well,
state when they
Clove
can
I
die.
knew.
Yeah, when you kill those two when they can still die, you get the kill credit, which means you get credits for that.
That is true.
And I think it's 150 per credit. That can really change the game.
That's an extra util or just extra for a gun. All right, so we have UNM going on attacking first, much like last game, I believe.
Yes, and we're going to see how this is played out. With only 2 sites, there's a lot less options. So NMSU should have 2 on each site and maybe 1 going down mid, potentially. But it depends on what their plan is. And it looks like UNM is going for a split push to B.
We have Spike with B, and then we have one
There.
person going to A. Probably just going to make noise, do a couple of smokes.
This is an interesting game to go into.
Nobody down middle.
Yeah, nobody down mid. Now, oh, Omen's going down
There.
mid. It looks
Oh,
like
okay.
Omen's going for a flank or through door.
You know, it's always nice in the lower ranked lobbies whenever your Sentinel does this.
Cover going out.
Yep, Omen. Oh,
Omen's been seen.
yep.
So that kind of ruins his plan. He's probably just going to go back and meet up with everybody on B main.
Yep, as
Nope, they're going to meet up with him going mid.
yeah, as mid is an easier fight to take here than the tight corners of B main. Oh, and there goes one of NMSU's players. Fade is dead. With Neon there picking off, we're a trade.
Spike down
Switch
A.
is decent.
And they're going to go pick up that ghost.
Yep, that helps UNM's eco. And Omen's down through the smoke.
Now Yoru's on the other side of the box where it's being planted.
Yep, the tap is done, and
One enemy
that is
remaining.
rough as...
Oh.
Ooh,
We have a
Spike
2-on-1.
down A.
New Mexico with the advantage.
which
They're both-
New Mexico?
They're both going to
Last
flank
player
him.
standing.
Ooh,
Close.
giving
Wow.
NMSU the win there.
Yoru with a good pistol round here. A 4K going into this.
Also, my friend, you got to be clear on which New Mexico.
That is true.
Well, we are both New Mexico. There is one
No,
that is
we're the real
clearly
New
better.
Mexico.
Okay, we're the real New Mexico. Got it.
They're just state.
True. All right, going into round 2, it looks like UNM is taking the same playbook that they normally do, which is an interesting play when you're on a second round after a loss. I forgot the words.
If it ain't broke.
Where are
But it is broke right now.
It is broke. They lost.
It's cracked.
back
Yeah.
in flash?
All right, they need to get a pick off here with the Vise and tricking in the wall with the Yoru clone and rotating off of it. Neon holding a smoke. Omen going to pick off, probably going to get, yep, and Neon picking off Omen.
The Outlaw. I've never liked that gun.
It is an interesting gun. It is very deadly when it comes to the pro level scene because there was at one point where people stopped buying at high level they stopped buying full shield because everybody always one tapped, and the Outlaw was created so that way if you bought half shield,
Where are you?
it would still kill you as a body shot.
I see.
It was put there to create some variety in the game, which it did do fairly well. With it going 4-3 for UNM, as
We're at
Yoru-
2-2, but right now the New Mexico State has the health advantage.
Yes, that is
30
true.
seconds left.
But ooh, interesting. This is with neither clear on site. As Yoru's trying to use that Outlaw he picked up.
They're both taking a flanking approach to this.
Yes, as they both, you need to get down the spike planted right now or else it's going.
10
and Yoru
seconds
needs to
left.
start focusing on the
Spike
other
planted.
side.
They're looking at the wrong direction, though.
Yeah.
I'll find you.
Oh, I can't read the map.
Yeah, I
Last
noticed.
player standing.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
Yoru,
not great
can
at
you still
reading.
win this? Yeah, we've already established that. And tap the defuse as Yoru holds. And
Yeah.
Yoru losses for a second win for NMSU.
They look a lot more confident going into this game.
Or UNM is
Horns activated.
overconfident.
That is true.
The playstyle we're seeing here from NMSU is very similar, but UNM is playing very confident. So that might come back to bite them. Now it looks like they're buying Bulldogs in half shield is what Fade's doing. And yeah, we have an Outlaw, Bulldog with half shield, Phantom with full shield. Oh, that's NMSU. Going down into UNM, we're seeing mostly Bulldogs in half shield with one Guardian. All right,
Neon's going to poke out with that sniper.
Yep. Peeking out and then running.
Retreats. There's 3 on A site, or that's B site.
Yeah, Omen and Vise lurking with with Fade rotating as 3 are on B. This is an interesting strategy, but UNM is starting to play this a lot slower, which is going to be beneficial for them long term. All right. And Yoru clone was shot. That is rough.
Fade
for-
Spike down
A.
All right, and Yoru's down. Vise getting blinded, and Neon down. UNM is up 1. Being shot in the back. All right, being shot again in the back. This is a flank battle.
2-2, both of them
Last
have full
player
health.
standing. One
And-
enemy
Right there.
remaining.
Yep.
Spike down
With-
A.
It's a Vise v Vise.
Blinding crack. Not ready yet.
Both of them having their blinds out.
Spike planted.
All right, both of them looking at different sides of the box. Does this work out for
Flash
them?
trap destroyed.
Playing a little bit of ring around the rosy here. And the Lobos
Vise
get
has
it.
a nice shot. First win of the game, but it's working good. Vise picking up
Momentum
a
is a
Phantom
powerful thing. Keep it up.
as UNM is struggling on their econ.
Yeah, but they get the much needed win there.
Yes, they do. As NMSU lost the bonus round, which makes their econ a lot harder.
Interesting play by the Vice there. Oh, they sold their full shield. They had a full shield in a Classic, and I was very confused for a second why they would do that.
You know, sometimes you just can't understand the magnificence of their genius. We
And
are
that's-
also both not even gold players.
Where are
Yeah, I'm a silver.
Yep, plastic bag 3.
Yes.
I am on the Valorant team, but that probably says more about how bad I am.
Face your fear!
I play for the Rocket League team, so that's more my...
All right,
Forte.
pushing in, and you're... Oh, nice. UNM getting 2 out of the 5, just off of push.
Oh, and Vice keeps that angle. All of them are going through mid.
And
Tragic.
Oh, I need
pulling
that
off
Vice
one
behind
Vise,
him. Oh.
and Vise doesn't get it, but they're still up with the numbers.
One enemy remaining.
1 down, and they know where Fade is.
brakes.
And
Team
that is
Ace.
another win for UNM with 3 people keeping their guns. That is massive.
Yeah, we got a tie game now. UNM finding their stride.
With NMSU in this point having their econ completely ruined. They had a lot of momentum going into this game, and it has been completely slowed down by how UNM has decided to play. Alright, looking into this, it looks like NMSU is putting more people onto B for the number of pushes. Well, 4 people are pushing A, so this is probably going to be a slow push for Fade while the rest go and make noise on A. Ooh, this is
Fade is not slow pushing.
Oh, and there's an op. That is rough.
If I'm not mistaken, the Neon has only bought snipers this entire
Holy,
game.
wait, the Yoru just ran right past Fade. Yoru ran around spawn while Fade was looking at this. They did not see each other. That is wild.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I just saw it barely. That timing is wild.
You know, Valorant timing's a real thing. Whenever you go to reload and somebody immediately peeks you, it's a real thing.
Yeah, as it looks like most of UNM did not communicate on who has the spike.
Oh
And
my gosh,
that's
that
insane.
Yoru gets a 3K right there.
Last player standing.
And that's
Let's
rough
see if he
for
gets an
UNM.
ace here. And he doesn't pull
he
it off.
misses it. All right, that's rough for UNM, but it's not completely lost.
Great play though by the Yoru.
The dimensional fabric here is thin.
As they can full buy immediately, while NMSU likely can't.
I don't know how about buying a Phantom on here. Maybe it's shorter angles, so I guess it makes more sense. But if you have to rotate through middle, it's not going to be the greatest thing ever.
That is true, but you got to consider that with the Phantom, in close range battles, it will outspray a Vandal and do only 7 damage less. So it still only takes 5 shots, but you can shoot 5 shots for every, like, maybe 3 to 4 shots of a Vandal.
I'll find
The fire
you.
rate of the Phantom is insane.
Yeah, but that spread's not
Cover
great.
going out.
The spread's actually better on the Phantom.
Is it really?
Yes.
Did not know this.
Yeah, the Vandal's good if you're taking 1 shot and then moving. Oh, Yoru getting information. Neon has a ult. And there is the Waylay ult. And one's been picked. As most of them are coming through defense spawn. And
Oh, Neon.
lost the
Lost the op.
as there's 3 for NMSU and 2 for UNM. This is rough.
Oh, the Waylay only has a classic as well.
Yeah.
Bring me the arsenal!
Pushing it
Oh,
in.
now they all only have classics.
Hit.
Oh.
And that sucks. But that does lose them two out of the guns that they could have had.
They're not going to go pick up that op.
No, they're not. Getting it out of the game is more valuable than having it. The op, because you can one-shot people for a body shot, it ultimately is not worth picking up, especially in this type of game, in this position. You pick it up, it doesn't change the balance in your favor. You lose it, and it puts them right back where they were.
This is true. All right. Spike is going to be towards A. Fade once again going to be making noise, but this time without Spike, way better idea.
Yeah,
It looks like Yoru's going to come with them, and nobody has picked up Spike yet.
yes, it looks... And with this, it looks like they're doing a very interesting play, and there's only one on B. Neon got by Waylay. As Fade has her ult, and we have 4 ults on field.
Bring
And
them
still
down.
nobody has picked up Spike yet.
Yeah, it looks like they might be playing for Omen ult.
Time to jump.
Yeah, this might be an Omen ult play. They might be trying to clear off the site and then have Omen ult to the Spike. Which would be a very interesting... Oh, Fade picked it up. Moving on, and they have 2 out of 3 on B site while they're going to plant A. Which is rough, as NMSU immediately rotates over. This could be rough if Vise uses that ult in the right spot. Alright. Fade blind, they're going through their
One
spawn.
enemy remaining.
And they know that now when they did
4
nice
versus
trade.
1.
4v1, this is rough as Omen goes to get
And
back.
there's the pinch.
Alright, that's another win for UNM.
We got a little bit more variety in this one.
Yes, we do. They're not playing the same strategy over and over again. They're probably going to find what works and then stop doing everything else.
It looks like we're going to have a bigger push onto mid this time.
A push on the mid is interesting on this map because it's very straight, and Neon has shown that she likes using the snipers.
Where is Neon? Neon is over on A this time, though, so not as big. Yoru
Sight-
has his teleport going towards
Oh,
us.
this is a default.
Where are you?
They're pushing 2 onto B, 1 down mid, and 2 onto A.
Playing for picks here.
Mm-hmm.
Neon is out.
Picking up the Neon as Fades the other way, and the next... Oh, Yoru's picked.
Omen trying to play that smoke on the left side. See if the other Omen finds that out.
Ooh,
Does
Omen
see
saw.
him.
Blinding.
Goes to blind him. They blind each other. Oh.
Ooh. That's
Last
a rough
player
shot.
standing.
All
3
right.
versus 1 for UNM.
Yes, it is. Oh,
No
that
more
was a
dreams.
rough timing.
Again, Valorant timing here.
Yeah. Holding that angle, holding door. That's rough as Fade... Oh, Fade
And
missing
just
the
misses
shot.
his shots.
That's rough. As UNM gives another point to
This is your
NMSU.
life. Thank you.
If you're UNM, you're not probably too worried yet because,
Thrifty.
again, very defensive map. You're on attack right now. It's not as good as the first game, but you're still not too worried.
Lotus was easier because the UNM team generally practices on Lotus. So in Sunset, I don't know that it's in rotation right now. Regardless of whether or not it's in rotation, it's not a map they likely practice for. But regardless, it's interesting to see how they're playing this map. NSU seems to be figuring out how UNM is playing much faster this round, which is very interesting. Could make it 1-1, but there's also an entire other half.
Bring them down.
We have 4 going on B and 1 going towards middle.
It
See if
looks-
Omen can get the Omen
find
in
you.
the middle.
It looks like them trying to go for the same strategy they were doing on Lotus last round. instead of
Omen
doing the
gets
same thing.
the States Omen.
Yoru backside? Oh, interesting. As
Yeah.
nobody's watching the left side of the site.
Sleep.
But it seems that doing the same thing that they did for most rounds last time is working.
If it ain't broke.
As Neon has another op.
Off crush.
Spike is
It's
still
a real
not.
thing. Oh,
Spike is still not down.
One enemy remaining.
And Neon gets it, and the
You
op
were
is out of
so
play again.
close.
For it to be 5-4, going into round. I think this is round 10.
I think the CSGO player watching this game is just looking at the scoreboard because there's absolutely no way he knows what's going on.
We're not going to talk about the fact that he's on the junior varsity team of the Valorant thing, but then again, he still loses most of the time.
Love you, Calvin. All right. We have another 4-1 push. 4 going to A, 1 go, or no, 3-2. It's 2 going to B,
And
3
that's
going to C, and they get demolished at A.
That is rough. As
Spike is also on A.
Yeah, now they got to play the retake with just 2 against 5, which is very rough for UNM.
Spike right now is inside of a smoke.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing up into the smoke with the Euro clone.
Mm-hmm. This is a very bad position to be with, especially with the Omen ult here and the Vise ult, and there's fuller ults for NMSU, which is insane to think about. They just need one more, and they can just do a full ult push onto the next round.
Neon, I believe, used their ult on round 3, so it likely will be soon that Neon gets that ult, and they are not holding an angle on Spike at all.
Yeah, and it looks like next round, if they lose this, UNM is going to have to save. There is not much for Econ that UNM can
I
get
have
from
the
that.
spike.
And it's especially bad if they have to save because of the ult push that they can make on the next round. Like
Yeah. Ooh, Fade hitting a shot there, throwing
30
their,
seconds left.
I don't remember what it's called, the Prowler over to the right.
Bring them
One way
down.
for Omen, which is rough. Waylay taking the fight.
Last
Ooh, barely
player
getting it.
standing.
There goes Waylay.
shot through the one way. It's a 1v3 now. All of them in the same spot.
An easy. It's not exactly
Neon
impossible,
stopped.
but it's going to be hard. Oh, going for the
10
plant.
seconds left.
Plant down.
Planted.
Ooh, this might be a timing situation as Fade's not looking where they are.
Trying to
Oh,
go to the other side here while
Yeah.
they can.
this is interesting as NMSU is very hesitant to push in.
4 bullets in the chamber. I don't know about this.
They probably know or
One
maybe they make the
enemy
shot.
remaining.
And that is
What
a
a
win!
shot!
Holy nice!
Did I get
They get a 4K
amazing.
from Fade here. An amazing play.
Amazing turnaround for UNM. This could change. That could change the game because now it's 4 ults against 4 ults. It immediately changes the playing field.
And the CSGO player knew what was happening because there were no utils used on that round. I'm just watching. He's having a great time over there. Proud of this UNM team. 4 bullets in the chamber, hits 3 of them. What an amazing round from that Fade there.
Our Halo players only understand what's going on after everybody respawns.
Bring them down.
for Super Earth as he does the.
Oh, full push on B though. Nobody is anywhere else other than B.
Yep, as they use 2 out of their 4 ults. Gets them on the site fairly well as NMSU is
Spike down.
having a rough time keeping the site. As they use another art. Oh, that's rough for NMSU as UNM uses another ult on them. Oh, and
They've used all their
Player
ults.
standing.
yeah. And that's
Wow,
rough.
UNM loses that round and used 3 out of their 5 ults on that round.
Last round in the half.
Yeah. That's well, actually, it was only 2 out. No,
Oh, 2 out of
4
4.
because Yoru didn't have their ult last round.
But now they have it.
They're doing the same thing that they did: 4 push onto A, 1 push onto B. UNM pulling this back is insane, especially on such a defense-oriented map. It's hard to defend this map, especially but it is defense-oriented as it's hard to get pushed onto site. Getting any other entrance other than main is really hard.
If New Mexico State wins this round, we'll see a mirroring of last game where it was 7-5 in favor for the Lobos, and this time it might be 7-5 in favor of the Aggies.
Yes, that doesn't necessarily mean that NMSU would completely be able to pull that off. UNM's pulling this off on a defense-oriented map, and they're set for offense.
The Bucky does not prevail for the Yoru, Yoru there. And we're looking at
Player
a
standing.
5-on-1 for the Lobos here.
As everybody is already running over to A. Omen ult is needed as Yoru pulls up behind, and Omen hitting 2 big shots.
Let's see what he
Picking
can
up a
do
gun.
here. Prowler almost gets him.
Yeah, but now he knows where the fade is. Picking up the fade, doing a teleport, and that's it.
Oh, but he gets double swung on the other side on
Which
main.
is rough, which is very rough. If he had teleported
Switching
closer,
sides.
that would have been nicer. But now we have UNM on defense, while NMSU looks to be on offense. This is going to be interesting, as UNM seems to be better and seems to be able to pull off things in very defense-oriented maps.
Happy to see what, are excited to see what they do with the two duelist setup that they have with Waylay and Yoru here.
It's going to be very interesting with how Waylay plays. It's not exactly the easiest to do.
No, but they've shown that they can do it. New Mexico State showing a 3-2 split, 2 of them going B, 3 of them going A. Spike is with the A side.
Where are you?
And Waylay pushing out quick,
All 3 of them pushing
And
out,
that's
one at a
rough.
time though.
as UNM has 2 out of their 5 picked off with
Yoru
no
needs to back
trades.
off.
Yeah, this and
Yeah,
Yoru
but-
does back up. All right, going in as everybody slow pushes on. All right, as
planted.
everybody's kind of lurking, there's no real easy shots, and Yoru's being in a very interesting spot. If they're not careful, they're going to get picked off very easily from that. And
They do.
Last player standing.
yeah, that's rough as
Flawless.
NMSU wins the first round into this next game.
Unfortunate look for the Lobos, going down again in the pistol round.
Yes, this is very interesting.
Glad to see a little bit more variety on this one.
Yes, it is, as UNM's trying to find their stride. They're having a little bit of a problem with it in these early rounds, but they're getting it towards the later rounds. But it's hard in this position because you really can't be giving up rounds like this. All right.
Again, we have a 4-1 split on this one, 4 of them going B, 1 of them going A, and
in
Spike
a
is with the
flash.
B side.
As Goop is doing the same thing, trying to push in extremely fast.
But it's quickly rotating off.
As everybody looks to be, and the Stinger just doesn't do it on B. And that's 2 down for UNM with only 1 down for NMSU.
Not even going to get a trade
Last
there.
player standing.
Yeah, as Waylay's trying to take this out on her own. This is going to be rough. And it doesn't work out.
The Aggies playing a lot better. We have a little bit of a Dolly Parton score here, working from 9 to 5.
You know, fair enough. I made that same joke last game.
I did not hear it. I tried watching the Splatoon thing and I just had no idea what was going on. That's not my
Yeah.
game to look at.
That's how I felt casting League. I really thought I knew more about League before I started casting that, and I really didn't.
Yeah, League is not a fun game to understand. I feel like it's the worst game that UNM does
No,
teams for.
no, that's
Who's
definitely
next?
not
Where
true.
are
It used to
you?
be COD, though.
Still waiting.
They still do COD.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a COD team anymore.
The Halo guy's saying kind of that CSGO who doesn't know anything.
I mean, what does CS:GO players know except for just getting
Russian
on site
hacking
playing?
and
maybe some things we're not supposed to say on stream.
yeah. I was gonna say some of that to censor
Spike
myself.
planted.
All right, going.
We do, however, have 3 F-bombs left in the tank that we can use.
We do.
Again, the production team is shaking their heads at us.
As we cause a bunch of issues. As the CS player who barely knows anything goes and gives us a thumbs up. Not even on the
Last
production
player
team is telling us
standing.
we can.
All right, so it's a 1-on-4 for the UNM Lobos. 1, 2, and he
that was
doesn't.
not 2.
Well, along with not being able to read, I can't count either. So
You know,
they
how
kind of
did
go
you
hand
get
in
this
hand.
far?
I'm out of here.
Well, oh, we have a timeout
Go,
incoming.
go, go.
Oh, I did not know there was time. Oh, what is the timeout for?
All right, we have a 1-minute timeout.
All right. Going into it, it looks like it might just be a coach and reapproach. I didn't know that we had timeouts in this game.
I think every team gets one timeout if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. So NMSU must have just been giving the first round to figure out what UNM plays like. With only 40 seconds left on the timeout, this is an interesting situation to be in with 10 down to 5. They got to win at least 2 rounds for every round that NMSU can win in order to even have a playing chance. 3 rounds, I think, if they want to even have a chance at winning. They really got to reassess how they're working at it. All right, going in with only 10 seconds remaining. And, oh yeah, because nobody can move in the timeout. I don't know why I thought anything of it. But with this going into the next thing, still in the buy phase, Fade having a Guardian, and we're going to press tab to see how everybody's doing. Going into here, it looks like NMSU is not full buying, which is, well, does not have everybody full buying, which is an interesting strategy, while UNM is buying as much as they possibly can to try and turn this around.
I think they're going to play very aggressive here, try to catch them off guard somewhere.
Where are you?
2, maybe 3 of them are
Still
going up
waiting.
mid. Rest of them going B. Fade running in really quickly kills the UNM Omen.
Yeah, Neon kills Omen with the... And then moving in, and...
Neon
buys.
again, and again.
Yeah, this is a good play for Neon.
We'll catch
Spike
them.
planted.
Bring them down.
It's not looking like the timeout's going to do a whole lot for them. Neon's down.
Approaching this differently is going to be hard, but this map also, again, might be just NMSU's pick. As this goes 11-5.
11-5 going into round 17 here. It's not looking great for the Lobos.
Yeah. I'm not sure if my production staff will know this, but I think that it might be a picks thing where each team gets their own pick, but
But who gets the 3rd pick then if this is a tied game? Or
flip a coin.
I don't know how it works, but
Yeah.
we'll find out if it's needed. Hopefully the Lobos
Yes.
can make a comeback and we won't even need to worry about it.
That's going to be rough, though. They need to win 8 games in a row.
Not
8
in a
matches
row.
in a- yes, they do. Because it's win by 2.
Oh.
Yes. They need to win 8 rounds in a row in order to win this, or else we're going to go into overtime. Even then, that's rough, because they can't allow NMSU to win a single time.
Looks like a lot of them have sheriffs going into this, except for one of them with the Bulldog.
Yeah. And as everybody's playing it extremely slow, Waylay not rushing in as they were once before.
Oh, there goes the Neon going in onto site.
All right, going in, and this is a rough position to be in.
Good shot
Spike
coming
down
from
B.
the...
All right,
Was that
2v2.
Fade there? 2-on-2.
All right.
Last player standing.
Omen
One
knows they's
enemy
there.
remaining.
Oh, what a
Nice.
wall bang there!
That is a nice shot from Waylay as they get a gun.
Spike planted.
And Vi's going with Waylay on the health advantage.
Waylay having regen regen shields here.
Waylay has a small shield, not regen.
Oh, it's not. Oh, well, yep.
Regen's circular.
Yes, yes, it is. Well, either
As
way,
everybody's taking time, checking corners, and unfortunately not seeing each other at all. And that's
Waylay
a
gets
nice
it there.
shot. Pulling around, getting it, and getting the defuse off, bringing in a much-needed win for UNM.
Clutch.
yeah, they're gonna need to do that every round now.
Maybe
But
it works best
as
under
long as
pressure.
they can keep doing it, I will be happy
It's
with them.
13 wins to win. There's still 2 rounds for your NMSU.
That's what I said earlier, and then you tried. All right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Apparently, I'm the CS:GO guy,
Yes.
and I don't know anything. All right.
Look. You play Swift Play. You know 5 wins is a win, and it doesn't matter if
Well,
you
because
are
I can't
4-4.
count past 5. Okay, that's why.
Oh, I see.
That's why I'm in a fraternity. Okay.
You know, fair enough.
Their
That's
fears
also probably why you're
betrayed
not a
them.
STEM major, where the real money's at.
Hey, nursing does better than some STEM majors, like architecture and money.
Is architecture even a STEM major?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Mathematics and engineering.
No, engineering and architecture are very different.
Yeah, but in order for engineering to exist, in a lot of ways, you would need.
No, you need
Where are you?
engineering for architecture to exist. Architecture doesn't exist without engineering.
Bring them down.
Well,
Because let's be real, without engineering, architecture is just glorified
Bring them
drawings on
down.
paper.
all right, my girlfriend's gonna be very mad at you at the end of this.
Look, my family's a family of engineers. Engineers and architects, that's always been a rivalry.
And you chose law because you're sad. All right.
No, I did not actually. I chose law so that way I can go tell people
Spike
what's
down
actually happening.
A.
Well, speaking of being sad, the New Mexico State team is down one player to University of New Mexico's 4.
And,
One enemy
oh,
remaining.
nice shot by Fade.
4v1 here.
New Mexico State's gonna have a rough time as there's a flank,
And
and
there
that's
we
another
go.
win for UNM, 11-7. They might be pulling this back.
That maybe I was wrong about the timeout. Maybe it did do something. It regrouped them and got them in the same mind space with each other.
Yes, it
Everybody's looking like they're going towards B. Maybe a middle push here.
All right, moving into the next round, it looks like oh, interesting, split down mid and towards B. I'm curious what the plan is.
They were playing a lot more aggressive before, and they were winning. I think they're going to go back to that.
Yeah, I think they've been playing a little too reserved, but as they start playing more aggressively, they get going.
This
They just
Neon
start
is using a
sticking together.
Bucky, too. I like that.
Yeah, pulling it in as
Oh.
Neon cannot hit.
Oh.
Oh, that's rough for Omen.
Omen with a lot of missed shots there, whiffing every single shot.
And there goes.
so does the Yoru.
That
All
is
right.
Our Yoru, but it is now 2-on-3. NMSU up 1. As Omen seems to teleport, we don't know where.
Last player standing.
And that's
Yoru
rough.
with a good ratting.
That's rough for UNM with the Bulldog going in for Vise. And it looks like they're planting on A.
I don't know what that message said, but the production team is laughing at it.
Spike planted.
3-on-1 here. All of them looking like they're going to try to take then. Okay, Vice is going to go towards main here.
That's an interesting play, because they're going to be watching towards flank, most likely. Well, they are watching towards flank. They're not watching towards main.
It looks like one of them is. The Fade is looking like they're going to watch main, and the other two are watching flank.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
no,
that
the
Omen
Omen's
in
there
a
too.
Very rough position for.
Yeah, he's not going to get it off in time.
Yeah, even if he tries, that's. But if Vise can kill them and get them off. Oh,
What is the aim that we're
sucks.
seeing from the Lobos here? Game point for New Mexico State going into
Yeah.
this 20th round.
Match
As
point.
another. This
They
is
brought
not round.
weapons made of metal
This is round 20.
to
I'm
kill
done.
me.
Who can't
Timeout
count?
started again, only for
Again for the
60 seconds.
Lobos. Another timeout going into this.
I'm curious what this is, because I've not seen timeouts before. And
I-
also, this is the same person initiating it.
Yeah, it must just be because Lobos aren't used to losing like this. They don't call timeouts very often.
That is true. They are one loss away from losing. Getting themselves up to at least, what is it? Getting themselves up to 12 is a must if they're going to have any chance of winning. They need to win the next 5 games in a row to have any chance of going into overtime.
If you were the Lobos right now and you're wondering about possible Game 3, the way that they're playing right now, what map would you think that they would choose?
If they want to play aggressively, I think the best map for that, it might be Corrode. Corrode
I could
lends
see
itself
it.
to very aggressive plays, very quick aggressive plays, and that's the best for UNM. And NMSU would be very good on very defensive maps. And with only 2-1 and timeouts over, going again into the bye phase as its match point. Anywho, going into it, it looks like a full push onto B, as most of UNM is on B.
I think that they're figuring this a lot like the first game, where if they
Be right back.
4-stack a site, then they can just play retake.
As
Neon with the
that's
man.
rough. With
Neon's just gonna run this, and Valorant timing right there as they're trying to use an ability, and the Neon just peeks it.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough because even Visal doesn't prevent Neon from using that ult, which
Spike
is
planted.
very rough. But the
Neon, I
Visal
believe,
ult-
has a 3K going in with this ult.
not yet. It's only 2.
Oh, okay,
until
it's
it
only
died. The Visol could be the thing that changes. Oh no. Putting it back to pistol round. And Visol will run out first. But it's looking like it's working out. Oh, it almost has. As they got timing
Double
for
swing
one
and
loss for
Attackers win.
UNM.
1-1 going in game 3. That
Which
is
is-
unfortunate for the Lobos.
Yeah, which is very rough. All right. After that match, which is extremely rough, as three of you, well, no, as most of UNM was barely positive, which is very rough. They really need to change strategy for this next game.
Top, the best player for the UNM team was Goop again as Waylay, but even then, it's 18 and 15 isn't going to cut it against this New Mexico State team.
Yeah, well, specifically for this round. Last round, they were...
I
And-
think last round it was 20 and 5 or 20 and 10 that was the top.
Yes, that was also NMSU, if I remember correctly. No,
Yeah,
it might have been. I'd have to look back at the VOD, but right now it's not important. Ultimately, this is now match point 1-1. And going into this next match, I'm not sure what's going on as we are still showing the scoreboard. So
Do you want to go over there?
you can go over there. It's just as simple as clicking. I'm sending one of my casters to go and fix the thing so I can start looking and spying on what's actually going. Regardless, okay, going into this, we are going into Abyss. Abyss is a very interesting map, especially for the way that everybody's been playing. UNM with Waylay or potentially Jet would be very rough if either of them barely miss their utility.
This is your map more than mine. You said that this is one of your favorites, and that is
Yes,
very
it
controversial.
is. It
So
is-
you're going to have a lot more fun with this one than I will.
Yes, it is. It lends itself towards snipers and long plays. It is very attacker oriented. It is very hard for defense to rotate over into the next site quick enough in order to be able to keep up. It is not easy to play against.
This is going to be a good map for us. I believe the name is Smarmy on the New Mexico State team, the Neon last game, who was using snipers pretty much the whole game, and on the first game where they were using an op on, it was Lotus. And that player has been using snipers all game, and I think this is going to be a good map for them, unfortunately.
Yes, it could be, but also for the best spot for snipers tends to be from Heaven on A, looking down main, or is it A? It might be B. I can't
It's
remember.
B.
Is it B?
Yes.
Okay.
The one with the center platform.
Oh,
they both have center platforms.
No. It's the one.
The really long site.
Yeah, the really long
Yeah, it's
site.
B.
Okay, the one where you can look up from Heaven down into entrance with the little window above with a sniper there is deadly. Down with mid as well, but on A it gives itself to very close combat. So Neon's most likely, if they're going to play that, going to be B or mid.
I just hope that the Lobos can get some momentum going into this. They had a lot of momentum going into the second game, and it was squash. And I just hope that they can regroup and figure it out from here. I don't know if they picked this map or not. We don't know who ended up picking the map. But
Yeah, I'm still not sure how the map picking works, and I don't know that my production team knows either. So, unfortunately, we're just going to go and just say it is the three most hated maps that there are. Because it was Lotus and Abyss, which are generally hated maps, and then they also played Sunset, which was not popular when it was in rotation.
I
So,
liked Sunset.
as far as I was aware, it was not very popular.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think the least popular map right now is definitely Lotus, though.
Actually, I think it's Corrode.
Really?
Yeah, you can wallbang
I'm not huge on
everywhere.
Corrode either, but
I think Corrode's interesting. It would have been a very cool and good pick for this specific round. But because they're choosing Abyss, it's going to give itself to very quick, aggressive plays for UNM, but also very good defensive plays that NMSU can do if they can read what UNM is about to do. So it is very much it could go either way. NMSU plays more defensively. UNM plays better when they're going aggressively.
this is a large map. I don't know if they can play as aggressive on this one.
Actually, I think playing aggressively is going to be better because the quicker they get onto the site, the more time that they have to prepare for when for NMSU rotates.
I think we're going to see a lot more mid pushes.
We probably are because it gives them time to adjust as they see fit.
I don't know. I really don't like this map. Even though it's a good map for Gecko, I've never liked it. I'm not great at aiming, so the long
I see.
The very long map, it's not the greatest for me to play. I was
That
always...
might be why you play Rocket League, because there's not much aiming there.
Yeah, but the issue with Rocket League is that if you're good at Rocket League, it translates to nothing.
That is also fair. If Rocket League dies, and you're just out of a game.
It's okay, I'm only diamond in that game.
Yeah, but that means also that your peak competitive game is a game that you really need to hope lasts. Otherwise, you need to learn entire new mechanics.
It's already dying.
Already dying? It's been dead for years.
Alright, it's not CSGO.
That is true. CSGO did need a reboot in order to stay relevant.
And
even
same
then,
with
it wasn't.
Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch, Halo every year, COD every year. Like,
I think COD's the most dead game out of
that's
those.
true. They just keep adding. They just keep releasing the same game with just slightly different textures. It's really not the best.
But the most dead game we can agree on is Concord. That game literally doesn't exist anymore.
I'm gonna be so real. I don't even know what Concord is.
It was
so.
a game that was supposed to emulate Overwatch, but it cost $45. And it was crazy that it was such a slow game, and it was supposed to be like a slower, more tactical Overwatch.
I see.
And it ended up failing because of how expensive it was, and Sony just ended up pulling the game
That sucks.
and refunding the players because I think only 1,000 people bought it.
That is very rough for that game. I mean, that's ultimate. That's kind of like, that's not even just dead. It's like it's got a silver spike through its soul. That does imply that it's a vampire, though. Nothing proves that it wasn't. It only existed for a little bit.
I think the thing that proves that it's not a vampire is the fact that it's not sentient.
But who says vampires have to be sentient?
The entire point of vampires are part human, part
Well,
bat.
hold on. If we want to talk about it, up until recently, the only species recognized as sentient by law were humans. The second ones, lobsters.
I don't know. My dog knows what food is, and that's sentience right there.
True. Also, a bee in California is classified as a fish.
Huh?
Yeah, bees in California are fish.
Wait.
Because endangered species by California law can be fish, they can be mammals, they can be birds, but insects are not included on that. So you cannot...
Well, because aren't no, I'm going to sound stupid if I say that, so I'm just not going to say it.
It's true. Also something else. If you go and order a burrito in New York or a pizza in New York, they are both classified as sandwiches.
And that's why people hate New York.
I am not making this up.
This is why people hate New York.
Search it up. I am not making this up. In New York, a pizza is an open-faced sandwich. For tax purposes.
So by New York law, a pizza is a sandwich.
Yes. And so are chicken wings.
There's no bread on that.
I know. Also, boneless chicken wings no longer have to be boneless.
I saw that lawsuit. That was the dumbest thing I have ever saw.
I know.
It was like the implication of boneless doesn't mean boneless. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell does that even mean? Like,
Remember, language. We're supposed to keep it PG-12.
hey, we've not used any of the F-bombs, okay?
We still have 3. We got 3 strikes, then we're out. Does nobody know baseball here? What happened to the one person who went and made a big deal about going to a baseball game? Oh, they're in the meeting, aren't they?
Obviously, we know what baseball is.
They had 3 strikes and out. No.
Who's out in that case?
They are. They're out. But no, go and ask the production vice president. He said we could.
I mean, I'm tempted just to say one just to annoy you.
Not annoy me, annoy them.
I mean, what? Annoy the guy who plays a dead game? Annoy the guy who doesn't play, I don't know, anything, or the CS guy? Like,
Hold on, at least they have some hand-eye coordination with the way that the games they're playing.
I would argue that Rocket League takes more hand-eye coordination than any of those
What
games.
do you mean hand-eye coordination?
What do you mean hand-eye coordination?
You have to get your car in the right place.
Look,
That's all it is. There is no hand-eye coordination to that.
hey, the ball and the car are traveling at 2 different speeds, okay? You gotta do integral calculus in order to do it.
No, you don't. Me and my opponent are walking this way at 2 different speeds. It's the same thing.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Hey, quit laughing, Kelvin.
You got nothing to laugh about the way you
Yeah.
play CSGO and are on the team. With Cherry? All right, wait, did you say Charity or Cherry? Okay. Valorant Cherry or a different Cherry?
Charity.
Charity?
Yeah.
I'm sorry? Cherry something I'm not? You're only Cherry because you're the cord.
Yeah, sure.
Also, this is also interesting from the guy who plays Halo Infinite. on a controller and with Apple earbuds.
What's wrong with? Okay, hang on. You know who I really need to shout out real quick? The guy on Cherry who plays Rocket League with a keyboard and mouse.
You know, that's impressive, but with the Apple earbuds and controller, it's not as impressive at all. Going into the match with Abyss.
All right.
And it looks like they're hovering Jet. Omen already locked for defenders. Going into the next thing, and Cypher's being hovered as well with Teo. Yoru, quick switch.
Teo, I haven't. Oh, okay. Quick switch over to Yoru. Okay, they're switching a lot.
All right, we're seeing a Sova, Cypher, Omen already locked. As we see Jet and Yoru, and we're seeing another Yoru on the other team with Jet, Sova, Vise. We're seeing very similar team comps again. This is a very interesting thing with UNM on the defense and NMSU on the attack. These scoreboards are in the wrong spot.
Hey, production.
Hey, yo, this is your one job, guys. It's just subtle jabs we take at production. There's no hard feelings. Going into it, and we have UNM completely locked in with Omen, Cypher, Yoru, Jet, and Sova. I've said that out of order.
Again, very similar team comps.
Yeah, the only difference being Cypher versus Vise. And Cypher is better on this map because although Vise can force people onto site, she doesn't control the site well enough.
Cypher's going to be great on the shorter site. I believe it's A. Could be wrong, though. Oh, no, you're right. It is A. That's the longer site.
I was right.
You were
guys
right.
corrected me for no reason. And Kelvin over there, so-called Valorant player, told me I was wrong.
He's not smart enough to compute the abilities.
That's true.
A top rank CS player couldn't be a platinum rank Valorant player.
This is true.
And
Well,
a Halo player can't be anything.
Yeah, let's be real. Let's be so real. Halo professional players can only beat their own. You could put them against the worst Valorant player, and the Valorant player would still win.
I don't know. I don't know if I could beat the best Halo player.
Look, but you're not a Valorant player.
I mean, I think it might be the game I have the third most hours on. I'm just bad at.
That's rough.
Yeah, I'm just bad at games. I'm not even gonna lie with you. I was a console player for a long time, and then I got a PC, and so the Switch has been.
Isaac. All right, going into this.
Were you snapping your fingers like a maid to them?
And, yeah, no,
my co-caster is begging over here
for
for
water. L production team as they fairly.
All right, we're going into the first round,
and we're seeing the first engagement.
A lot of Oh no, only one. I thought there. Oh no, there's two sheriffs.
Yeah, and it looks like a mid push. You called it just right.
Yeah.
And aiming high, and this is an interesting thing as they.
Yeah, they're not gonna get that. Yep, there we go.
As there is now, Jet is down. Both Jet, Vise and Jet are down. That is rough. All right, and UNM down one. Well, down one player. Sova's out, and there goes the opposing Jet as well.
Right now we have a tie 3-3 on player advantage. They are going towards. Oh no, I was right. It was B.
You know what? You know what? I think we're just gonna call it. We're just gonna call it.
Yeah, we're gonna call it C.
Yeah, we're gonna call it C and D, and just not give any context to what we're talking about.
We're giving context right now, though. All right, it's a 2 versus 1. Lobos with the disadvantage here.
Yes, it is. As Yoru missing the headshot, but still getting off some damage. Health advantage goes to NMSU, and another pick. This could be a win for UNM, and that's rough.
Doesn't get it though. Pistol round going to the Aggies again.
Yes, it is, but that might not. That was on defense. That sucks for UNM.
It is what it is. They'll come back.
That is true. Oh, UNM is on defense, which is exactly what I predicted. Defense on this map is extremely hard.
Yeah. It can go either way. The Lobos have shown that they can play both sides very well. It's just, are they going to continue playing both sides very well? Last game it was a little bit of a fumble on, I believe it was attack they fumbled a little bit on.
They did. And ultimately, UNM needs to win this. It is match point.
Just playing middle with an outlaw.
We see a very interesting weapons combination as Omen smokes off the door.
Triple stack going to A with only Jet holding that site.
Yes.
As
Oh, don't get timing. And
can't get the
Yoru's
aim
getting-
right.
yeah, that's rough. As Yoru's NMSU is trying to walk on site.
Nailed
And Jet getting one.
The Sova playing short.
Yep. There goes Jet, but this is
Plays aggressive,
and that's
there we go.
nice.
Spike down A.
Scanning ahead.
Going in with the Spectre on 12 HP, this could be a very good win for
That was a
UNM.
well placed
And by shooting
Shock
the
dart.
wrong. Oh, and that's a UNM
through the
win.
smoke. We get the Omen getting it.
All right, that is rough for NMSU with Vi shooting
keep
the
going.
Yoru clone.
Well, at least they shot one of them.
True, just the wrong one.
He got a 50-50 shot, you know.
50-50, you say? Anywho, looking at a split push. Mostly down towards A, with
Cutting
Sova
through.
and Jet holding A, Omen going down mid, and Yoru holding an interesting spot, while Cypher's holding B on his own. On Lotus, Sentinels can typically hold B on their own. It is not hard. Ooh, Jet holding out an interesting angle, as missing all of their shots.
Only getting one off on that Sova right there.
Yeah, which is rough. But UNM's picking one off. Don't walk off the edge. Yoru, it looked like he was about to.
If it's the other team's Yoru, they can do it.
You know, honestly,
Fake
it's fair.
teleport. Time to jump.
Oh, standing on the edge is a risky play by Yoru.
And it looks like we're going to get a rotate off here, potentially towards mid, as two of them are in mid.
This is interesting as you look up in the top left. You can see, oh, Yoru's about to peek. And Yoru's down. Vi's holding up on top. And
Don't get
Yoru's there to get Vi's. This is a very good round, but it's still winnable for NMSU. We gotta hope that UNM wins it. As Omen with Spike is rotating back onto
One
B. But that's
enemy
gonna
remaining.
suck.
Good
because
blind off of that Omen.
That is. Oh, Omen going down mid. This is rough as it looks like he might get timinged. And nice! Yoru killing Omen, getting us a win
All right, the Lobos are up 2-1 here.
Never
on a
show
very
weakness.
attacker side map.
Ever.
And
We don't worry about the chat messages. They don't matter. All right, going into the
can't
next
even
one.
see 'em.
Looks like we have a majority push B with Vi's going mid, as everybody holds things just the same.
That goes there. This goes here.
Going
this is a nice
into
spot.
this next round, Cypher has
Yes,
everything
this
set
should
and is
go.
going to probably lurk a little bit. Gotta
Who's
hope that
next?
Sova doesn't. Oh,
Sova
sees.
drone spots him.
Yes, as Omen puts it off with Yoru
Yoru's
ulting
ult.
down.
Going towards the
Cage
flank
trigger.
there.
Tripwire destroyed.
And this is a rough position for Cypher to be in on his own.
Why
Masterfully navigating it around it.
Almost gets the Omen. Or not the Omen, the Yoru.
And
Oh, he kills himself.
Yoru walks off the edge.
I did say that the Yoru could walk off the edge last round.
That is true. Oh, Yoru getting shot from an unfortunate timing.
Alright, tied right now on the player advantage.
But UNM has the. Oh,
Last
UNM
player
has the.
standing.
Oh, that's rough. UNM.
Good 3K coming from the New Mexico State Sova. And that gives him his ult.
All right, moving on to round 5. Round 5. With looks like a large push going on to A, with Omen going down to B. They might be trying to play off of Omen ult. If they get everybody on site A and then lose the spike, and then Omen can teleport over, that might just win them the round.
Looking like a 2-1-2
Revealing area.
push from the from New Mexico State.
All right, and UNM picking up 2 off of just the swing.
And they'll have Spike.
That's unfortunate for
Fake
the Omen,
teleport.
though, because they can just sit there. And there goes the wall, picking off another one. Holding it on. They just got to wait for that Omen. They need somebody to stay on it, unless they can pick off the Omen.
Yoru playing a weird angle.
Yeah. Ooh,
Gets one. Might get two.
One enemy remaining.
Doesn't get
and
him.
doesn't get it, and that's rough for NMSU as it goes 3 and 2. Especially on the this again, as I said, this is an attacker-sided map. It is hard. It is very hard to defend this map, and UNM is putting on a masterclass.
Especially being down 2, I believe in the. It was 0-2, I believe, in the beginning, and they've won 3.
No, they won.
It was a
second
2-1.
round. It was 1-1,
1-1,
and then
okay.
and then they won again, and it was 2-1. So they're winning more than NMSU is. As we hit tab to look at everybody's econ, as you can
Full
see,
buy coming from the Lobos.
and NMSU is really struggling, holding a Stinger out, and that's the biggest gun that they have.
They're spending like it's the Great Depression.
I mean, for them it is.
Get out of my way.
All right, going into it, there's another Vise wall. Ooh, with a Yoru, what's it called? Yoru ult off of it. And there
Good
goes
shot
Vise.
from Jet. Jet ult kills the Cypher.
We really got to start, at some point we got to start differentiating, but honestly it's more fun giving the viewers,
Yeah, they can play guessing.
yeah, they can play against the game.
They're watching the same thing we are.
They are. As Yoru walks on with the Cypher.
As long as you're not a CSGO player, you should be able to understand what's going on right now.
Yes.
Spike
And
planted.
picking off another
One
one.
enemy remaining.
Picking off
My
one
ult's
more,
ready.
just Omen left.
Aggies are at the disadvantage right now, 2-1 player advantage.
Yes. Oh, and looking over, and
Can't hit
that
a
is
shot.
it.
So the Lobos will go up 4-2 going into round 7.
That is very good for UNM as they can buy up the rest of their team and still be able to afford to full buy the next round.
And they are chirping each other in chat a little bit.
You know, it's a nice change of pace compared to last game.
Yeah, it's a little bit more variety, and I am a little bit more adjusted, so I'm happy about it.
This is true. As it
Question
looks like
going
they're
through
doing a
next.
very similar thing. Oh, this is closer to defaulting. They have Omen going down B. They have, and the rest of them going down A. This looks like they could be a Omen ult play, which is going to be rough if this doesn't work out. If Omen gets picked off and they don't have sight, then it is extremely rough, as they're shooting through this box as if it's the enemy. No picks just yet.
That box looks like SpongeBob by the end of this with how many holes it has in it.
It does.
Or you could say it looks like the Aggies with how much holes they have in their team.
You know, honestly, with the way that they're
Tripwire
playing, I can
destroyed.
see what you're saying. As we see Yoru ulting through and trying to get behind.
back.
Oh, that was not behind. That was not a flank.
Vice is about to peek out and beat 2 players.
And
Yep.
there goes
Here.
Vise as the rest of them are rotating. And there's 5 and
Spike
3
planted.
with UNM at the advantage.
2 ults, though, coming with the Aggies, though.
Definitely so.
Cage
I don't know if it's really going to help them on this one, though.
Yeah,
Right here.
Omen and Yoru ults are much better if you're trying to gain intel. Jet ult would be a lot more consequential if they had, because Jet gets perfect
One
shots
enemy
when,
remaining.
And
drafted. Ooh,
2-on-1 here. And
that's
the
it.
Lobos get it. 5-2. Here we getting the
Go.
defuse off.
Definitely. And as I said, this is going to be a wreck to
Good
NMSU's
try.
econ. Even if they could probably full buy. Oh, 7 health for Yoru. That's wild. Going into this, it is looking rough for NMSU, as most of them cannot full buy. They have to partial buy. And UNM is buying an Odin.
I'm not fully against it. You know, it's the lowest fragging player, so I'm not totally against it. You know, if the aim isn't doing so well, buy a gun that
Time to
helps with
jump.
that.
That is true. But the Odin on this map isn't necessarily the best.
Well, the thing is, they've been shooting through this wall a whole bunch. They've been shooting through walls the whole
Cypher's
time.
holding A. Not A, B. Holding the other side. It's
Oh,
not
the
very useful
longer
for the
side,
Odin.
yeah.
The Odin doesn't help here.
My camera
Yeah.
is destroyed.
As we go in, ooh, UNM has picked off the Jet. Omen holding down mid, hoping to get another pick, as they do get Sova.
Spike down mid.
Perfect.
Through the wall?
Omen done,
enemy remaining.
and just one more left, and that's
What
it.
a play
Holy
from this Sova!
Nice play from Sova as Sova shoots the bodies of everybody they kill.
Playing this game like it's the practice range, getting a bunch of head taps.
I'm gonna be so real. Those bodies are already dead, but I guess they aren't horses.
Whatever that means. All right, going in round 9.
You're not supposed to beat a dead horse. Come on.
Okay, you know what? I'll beat a dead horse right now. The Lobos are up 6, and some would say 6-7, but they aren't losing 6-7. They're winning 6-2, and we are about to go into round 9. I had to throw a 6-7 joke in there.
Yeah, but I doubt people get mad at that anymore.
Wow.
As Cypher is running away from the Yoru ult, getting flanked, and it doesn't work for their
Hey,
Yoru.
there's the Omen, or Odin. Sorry.
Yeah, the Odin actually doing something.
One down.
Another kill with the Odin. Another one.
Next one.
Destroyed.
Are we about to get
To the
a
right, and ooh, that was close. As they try and do it, 3 and 2. Ooh,
We
this
could
is
see a
rough.
potential ace here with the Odin.
Potentially,
Spike planted.
unless Jet gets this one kill, but that's not gonna be the easiest. As this
Adapt or die!
and Jet ult here to avoid and missing the shots.
One enemy
Oh.
remaining.
Oh,
Each trigger.
does he not know where Spike is?
No, he's shooting where people typically defuse. All right, get the other half and
We get an ace here with the
nice. That is an ace
Hey.
from our Cypher. 7
You're
and
dead,
2 going
and I
into
didn't
round
feel
10.
Anything. Not even
What a play! And we were questioning the Odin buy, but it's looking amazing right now.
It is. It is looking quite good for Cypher as Yoru tries to jump off the edge of the map.
You know what? If I was the
Not
New Mexico
soon.
States, he might be doing the same. But
That was you and him.
that was you. And
That was our Yoru.
Or if I was a Halo player.
CS:GO too.
Yeah. I need to know what this guy plays so we can make fun of him too. He's
Uh,
not gonna tell us.
He plays streaming. That's it. That's all he knows. He knows. He read the book that
Oh,
tells us
look-
for a
look
minute.
at
Oh,
Yoru.
Yoru getting that is a
Oh.
nice shot for. Oh, that is rough for Jet.
Cutting through.
But it does give you intel that they're all there.
Yes, it does. It makes things
flight.
easier. As
Wasting a drone.
it's, I mean, you know everybody's there now. As that's rough for NMSU. As even with all that
One
momentum that
enemy
they had,
remaining.
they still lost.
And that is a quick win for the Lobos right there.
Yes, it is. And our production person has read the manual for our audio controller 4 times, is what I've been told.
Took him that
It's
amount
like
of time? Took him that many reads?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe that's why he's here running it instead of talking on the camera, because he can't really think that fast.
Oh. Neither can I, it's okay.
Time to jump.
But we both know a CSGO player couldn't think that fast.
That is
And that is what matters.
true. We throwing shade at the game, at all the games right now. As we see,
Get out of my
as
way!
UNM is destroying with only 5 games, and that is
1,
rough
2.
too.
Spike down.
3.
Not 3.
Oh, that was almost 3. Another.
enemy
Oh,
remaining.
and just a Yoru.
Spawn.
And spawn to the right, and that's it. For 9
Another
and
quick
2.
round for the Lobos. 9-2 going into round 12.
This is an amazing showing by
Last round
UNM.
before
They
the switch.
gave NMSU that
Use
last
everything you
game just
have.
to give them
We
a
lose
little
it
bit of
anyway.
hope before stomping it with their foot.
You know what? I hope this game emulates what the football game is going to look like. An absolute beatdown of the Aggies.
The Yaggies.
Yeah.
They aren't the Yaggies, they're the Nogis at this point. They just
Yeah.
can't win a round. Going into the next, we have a 5 push onto B, which honestly is an interesting play.
You know, someone called them the Assies.
I mean, it's hard when they aren't the real ones.
True. That's why they're the Assies.
Pulling it in with Cypher holding, that is a Yoru clone being caught.
They are on site, though. I'm surprised that... Oh,
Here.
Sova has the spike. That's why they're not playing.
Omen Blind just missing everybody as another Omen Blind goes off.
Finally planting. This will be their first
Spike
plant in like
planted.
5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah, UNM getting kind of in a rough position here. But it's still winnable. They each just need to get 2, which is not unheard of for
Portal
this team.
closed.
That's 1 off. That's
There's
2
2.
off.
One enemy remaining.
Alright. And
They
the
don't know where the last one is, though.
But they can easily get it as 1 holds, and that's heaven.
Last player
And
standing.
now that they know,
Clutch.
Oh, they don't get it off. Oh, we got a 9-3 curse coming here.
That it's not a 9-3 curse unless you go into the round with it.
Switching sides.
Now it's the 9-3 curse.
Now it's a 9. Yeah. Okay, so that was an unnecessary correction for my co-caster here.
Look, I can't let you be right.
You're not a lawyer yet.
Well, I can pretend like I'm one.
Okay, well, whatever.
Look, I want to be.
All right, in the case of this game, the Lobos are winning right now.
Look, I can be Mike Ross and Harvey Specter at the same time. Okay.
No, you're more like Lewis Litt.
I'm actually not, unfortunately. I may be Jewish, but I'm not totally.
I can't comment on that. Here we go, going into round 13. Production team's mad that for some reason at that.
Production team cannot handle the chaos that they have brought upon themselves.
Yeah, this is what happens whenever they just put out a form saying, "Hey, who want to cast?"
Yeah, they
and
did not.
This is what they get for
Look,
it.
I walked up to the tent and said, "Hey, I want to cast," and they gave me the role. I did not get vetted.
I just was like, I'm free tonight, and I decided to cast a game.
You know, fair enough. We're going into the second half. And there goes NMSU's Yoru. I had to specify there because there was 2 Yorus. That was a Yoru fight. As this is a rough, especially for NMSU, as UNM is on site, uncontested now. NMSU really has a retake, which they've been struggling with so far. Ooh, Yoru holding the smoke, and that is rough as
what a shot.
Yoru is ready.
1 enemy remaining.
And just the
3v1,
jet,
and that is it for the New Mexico team.
You got
dominance.
Yeah, you have to specify which New Mexico.
They know which one I'm talking about.
That is true.
I'm not talking about the Assies. They're bad.
The second-rate team?
Yeah, they should be D2 at this point.
We just got told we can't call them that anymore.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the trash talk's gone too far.
I asked before the stream if we're supposed to be impartial, and they said, nope, you're a Lobo commentator. So you know what? I was being partial to the Lobos.
You might have been a bit too partial. Going into the next round, it looks like, ooh, Yoru picking off Jet. And both of them holding this angle, as it looks like Cypher might be getting on to B, mostly uncontested, as Vi's blinds, but it's not really working out.
Cover going out.
Playing the long angle with the judge is kind of weird.
Yes, it is. And as Jet picks off from behind, and Jet gets Yoru as well. This is a 5v2 rough situation. As
One enemy remaining.
Sova picks off one, and they
just walk past each other?
They just walked past each other. That is wild. And there it goes. Omen picking up Sova for 11 and 3. This is an absolute domination as they shoot the corpse. As we hit tab just to look at the different econs as everything goes. And as expected, NMSU is really struggling here. It is very hard to pull back from this as UNM is just completely dominating on the field.
None of them have double-digit deaths. Goop with a 3 KD right now.
Yeah. There is no UNM player with a negative KD.
Yeah. Absolute domination from them.
Alright, as both Sovas shoot shock darts. And Yoru's a little bit hit, but not that much.
I wonder why the Aggies haven't called a timeout yet.
I wonder if the timeout's actually more of like a network issue thing.
No, I think it's part of it. It's just I don't know why they're not calling them if they need them.
I'm not sure. I haven't actually talked to the... I actually haven't looked too much into the Aggies. So it's ultimately something that I need to learn more on. But, I mean, right now, we're just looking as the Aggies get destroyed.
They are all rotating over to B.
Yeah, off of pretty much nothing.
And the Lobos are ready for a...
Yeah, 3-on-3.
3-on-2.
Oh, 3-on-2 now, as Omen picks off the other Omen.
Shadows.
Everybody prematurely rotating as Sova and Yoru still haven't even gotten close to B. Yoru holding blind, and Sova's drone is done, but Sova's been hit with the other Sova's drone. Oh, that's rough. Okay, one down, but Yoru's left.
2-on-1.
As it looks like Omen and Sova aren't even looking at each other. Oh, Omen and Sova are on the same team. And it looks like it's just Yoru, and that's it, going 12-3.
Game point going into round 16 here for the Lobos.
Match point.
This is rough for the last round because
I need to
NMSU
drop.
cannot full buy. NMSU is stuck in a position where they have to half buy and hope that UNM throws around. There is not much they can do. Even if UNM throws around, some of our players are at like 8,000 credits. 6,000 credits for Sova. They can buy 2 players next round even if they lose, but I don't know that they need it. Looking at this, it is rough for NMSU. As we see most people pushing down mid, which only has Omen there. Omen's picked. As we see Jet rotating. Yoru pretty much blinding himself. Everybody is... Oh, not everybody's there. Okay, there's only 2 left. This is game point.
One
We're seeing
enemy
it go.
remaining.
1 enemy remaining with just Yoru.
Get out of my way!
And Yoru looks to be going through their own spawn.
Lobos are planning.
They are. Spike is planted, Yoru's alone, and Jet's just hitting
Ultimate
the...
disrespect here if they go for the knife play here.
They-
and it looks
they
like
are.
they're
They're
going to go
going for the knife
it.
play.
They are going to
Oh
go
my
for
God.
the knife play.
They just gotta hope that Yoru does not check their back, which it looks like they're not for the knife play for the win! Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Aggies! 13-3. Holy, that is a
And
wild
knife
way.
play is crazy disrespect coming from them.
As the entire room fills up with cheers from everybody cheering about this win. All the shade we've been throwing to other games throughout this entire thing, as well as my co-host's unfortunate way of trash talking the Aggies. We see as UNM goes 4-1, where we are only 1 match away from winning the rivalry week, which is rough for NMSU this year.
I mean, they left everything out there that they could, but ultimately the Lobos are just too good. A 13-7 win, then a 13-7 loss, and then a 13-3 victory in the final game, and a knife play. Crazy
A
disrespect
knife
coming
play
from them.
to win both wins. The end of
Yes,
the first
that's
game
true.
was a knife play. The win of the last game that won the match was also a knife play. It was rough for NMSU, and I cannot imagine their mentals being good after that game.
Yeah, they already left the lobbies and everything.
They already left, which is wild. I shouldn't laugh as loud at that, but they left the match as soon as it was done. We have all of UNM still in the party.
You got to be certain that they're celebrating in that Discord call right now. Their coach is giving them as much props as they can, and they are feeling good right now.
Yes. Good job, Lobos. UNM Cherry, Valorant Cherry, amazing job. Something that CSGO and Halo Infinite could never hope to put up.
This is true. Hopefully the other games this week go just as well for the Lobos. I know one of them is Rocket League. I know one of them is Smash.
As I go through my phone, because I keep losing it, I turn off my phone, and then all of a sudden, all of the schedule goes away. So, going back to it as this match comes to an end, and we go 4-1 on day 4, match 5. Tomorrow, join us again for, it's blocked, Rocket League, this person's team.
I am not on Cherry, though.
Oh, are you not?
No, I'm not.
I am not being told.
I think I'm
about
on Turquoise.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. We're going to take a quick break real quick to see this ad as I get interrupted saying the schedule.
Hey gamers, it's time to touch grass. Come join us here at University Stadium for the UNM NMSU football game happening September 27th, Saturday at 2 p.m. We will meet at Gate 8 at 1 p.m. for a group picture. So get your tickets at golobos.com for your free student ticket. Hope to see you all there. Go Lobos!
Good evening. Hello, hello. My name is Timothy Morlock. I am the UNM Esports president. I just want to hop on. Congratulations. We are currently 4-1 against NMSU in this current rivalry week. Super exciting. We have a doubleheader, as we were talking about previously, with Rocket League and Overwatch happening tomorrow. But I wanted to hop on here and talk about something super cool. We're spamming this in the chat right now. We have officially launched our donation page. This is going to be going directly towards UNM Esports, supporting us with all the cool stuff that we're doing. And on Sunday, we're announcing a prize and a competition between all the teams. So whatever team donates the most, we will be handing out a prize, which is going to be announced Sunday at the end of Rivalry Week. You don't want to miss it. But if you'd love to support UNM Esports, please click the link below. All of it's going to be directly to us. So thank you all for your support. Thank you so much for watching the stream. We will be back tomorrow with Rocket League and Overwatch. Good night, y'all.
Gotta keep from gotta keep from